Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing tonight? Give us a 1 second here.
I hope you guys are doing better than I am tonight.
Yo, asshole, asshole.
Bring it on, come on.
Asshole, asshole.
Yo, guys, in the live chat, please roast me all night. Send me your best. I can take it.
So we
unlike Brandon Schaub, I can take it.
Yeah, unlike Brandon Schaub, kicking off this show with a banger. So we're live. It's good to be back. Mario is not getting any sound out of the headphones, and
I'm having a rough night.
He waited till like 10 seconds into the intro to tell me what was going on. But
I thought you had to cut on the audio, so I'm like, oh, he's just setting everything up, and all of a sudden I see the countdown on the intro, and I'm like, oh boy, this isn't good.
This isn't good. Yeah, man. So we got an exciting show to get to tonight. Welcome back, everyone, from YouTube, Spotify, TikTok.
What's good?
Facebook.
Hey.
How's everyone doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? It's good to be back. We got a busy show to get into.
Fuck yeah.
If you notice, I'm not wearing any headphones right now. I do have to figure out.
He's going headphoneless in solidarity for me.
Try that one, man. Yes, everyone, off your feet.
The crowd's going wild. Yeah.
I'm still getting nothing in these two.
Nothing in the headphones. All right, put those down, and we'll figure that out in just a second.
Fuck it, I'll go acapella.
We do have.
I'm good, man.
It's all right, because I'll get his to work in a second. Let me just go around. Yeah, Mario, so we had a rough intro, and we're still having a rough intro on tonight's
But it's okay,
show.
because as we do every week on this show, we weather the storm.
We do weather the storm here. I look a little bit out of frame, but it's all right, because usually you're right here next to me, but it's all right. We are down a man tonight, so Brandon, Sir Brandon, isn't here. He is down Wildwood having a good old time, and I don't blame him, man.
Smoke weed
perfect weather
every
for it
day.
today.
Perfect weather for today.
Summer came early.
Yeah, man. So we do miss Brandon. Obviously, if producer Brandon was here, maybe we wouldn't have all these technical difficulties.
I wouldn't have to go anywhere near any plugs.
But nonetheless, it's good to be back. Another work week down. Guys, why don't we start off with introductions? We'll start off with Mario. Let me figure out your headphones. So give a lengthy introduction until I figure this out.
What's
Mario,
up, guys? John, Alex?
Yo.
What's up, guys? Yeah, so, again, like we said earlier, that was my fault. And I guess while I'm sitting here filibustering, I can give you guys more of an extended apology. Yeah, so I went to unplug my guitar, and I had whipped the guitar cable around to unplug it, and it had knocked into the plug, which had literally unplugged the entire production. And now John's cueing me in.
To be fair,
Headphones.
it is a bad place.
Yes, they're
plug.
working.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's
poorly placed.
I never forget, there was another time that I stepped on it. And it was after the show. The show had already been, we'd finished. We went off the air. And John's uploading it to YouTube. And all of a sudden, I stepped back. Because I think I had plugged my phone in. And I stepped back and knocked it unplugged. And I looked at him. And all the color in his face just went. And he looked at me and was just like, bro. He couldn't.
Similar to tonight.
He couldn't get
Similar to tonight.
But, from that past experience, I was able to be like, all right, we'll figure it out. We figured it out last time. Because last time I panicked. I was like, oh, my God. I think I just fucked everything up. I think the whole show was gone. Luckily, we got through the opening segment, and we just had to, run that back. So it wasn't as bad. But I'm like, I looked down. I was just like, and this time it didn't even actually come fully unplugged. It just kind of popped out. So I was like, you got to be kidding me.
So that's the key, really, to any technical difficulty sort of scenario is when something happens like that on that scale. It's best not to panic. I found that early on doing shows. It's like there was a lot of things going wrong. This is actually nothing with the.
Yeah,
whole
it's just kind of
unplugging.
laughable. This is why we're on here kind of having a laugh about it right now, because we've had some in the past where it's like, oh my God, how are we going to do the show tonight?
Right. And, so tonight, a cord gets unplugged, so you just really have to, kind of focus in on what's going on, figure out the problem, and come up with a solution. Luckily, we're not really on any time restraints, so the time isn't really we have time on our side. So time on our hands.
I have a lot of time on my hands.
No pun intended.
Lyrical
Genius.
attribution
Little plug,
bonus.
yeah, a little shameless
I'll
plug.
take great pop punk lyrics for $400, Alex.
I will say though, thank you guys in the live chat for sticking around and not bailing on us too.
Yes.
Well, much appreciated.
We do have an exciting show to get to.
Yes.
We are going to be watching and breaking down the Gringo Papi tonight. Brendan Schaub, after the week that he had last week, man. I mean, it was pretty unbelievable to watch. A bunch of comics came out this past week to give their thoughts on it. I feel like we were like one of the first ones to give our thoughts on it. So that's pretty awesome.
And this is the first week where I've noticed, okay, yes, every comedian also does do podcasts.
Dude,
because it's like the whole LA like comic community
and New
are
York
just a
now.
bunch of and just a bunch of podcasters all like in this little group just kind of all like have eyes on this situation.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's chiming in.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's a thing for them. Because look, I mean, we talk about it a lot, man. A lot of these comedians, a lot of these podcasters, like the majority, like I'd probably say like 97.5% of them come on a weekly basis and don't really have much to talk about. They come on, they collect their ad money, they collect their sponsorship money, and they go about their business, man. They don't really care about their fans. So for the fact that Brendan Schaub and Bobby Lee and this whole Tiger Belly versus the Fighter and the Kid situation kind of popped off, it kind of gave these guys something of substance to talk about that was some beef. And what sells, Alex, more than anything?
That drama, that beef, bro.
That drama,
got
that beef.
Got milk. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was
We got milk shots.
I was sitting in the Brandon chair, so I had to give a Brandon response. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We do have milk shots, Alex. We will be getting into that. So yes, we do have an exciting show to get to. We have a lot to get into tonight. But without further ado, I have to adjust two cameras. But let's say what's up to Alex in Clem's corner. What's going on, man?
Yo, I don't know, dude. I don't know how it's going because I'm turning 30, and the other day, dude, I got chains on. I'm trying to look punk rock. I had a bandana in my back pocket. And someone came up to me, and they were like, "Is that an extra shirt in your back pocket?" I was like, "No, it's a bandana." They're like, "Oh, you gained a lot of weight, so I thought maybe you were sweaty."
Wow.
And I was like, that's just not the look I'm going for.
So did that motivate you to be like, all right, I gotta like look this part, so I gotta drop a few lbs?
I mean, I was already motivated.
But you look good, man. Like,
Thank you, bro.
You're looking good.
Thank you, bro.
Looking good.
But no, I'm only playing. That just sounded funny to me.
It's okay. Because I thought you were giving one of those like I'm now an elder emo, like kind of one of those stories.
That's true though. I am now an elder emo.
And,
but no, I was just trying to get a gag out of the live stream.
Now
chat
see,
there.
that's actually a great segue into today's show because what you just did is what Brendan Schaub does on the regular.
Except he doesn't come clean about it. He just
he
puts
just
it out
keeps
there.
going with it. And me and John were talking about this off air earlier. Like, you ever like talk to that person that they're telling this elaborate story and you know they're lying?
Oh, you
and
see
they're
right through it.
continuing to add on layer after layer, and you're just seeing through all of it. But you're like, all right, I'm just gonna humor this person and let them keep going. Oh, dude, it's like perfect for what we're dealing with in this show today. It's like that times 10.
Great segue.
Yeah, man. We have Two Bears, One Cave to be covering without Tom Segura on the show this past week. But we have Chris DiStefano on the show nonetheless, New York comedian, on Bert Kreischer's podcast. And that was actually the guy who I was referring to was, Bert Kreischer in the sense that, a lot of his stories, man, are just overfabricated and essentially just, or just bullshit. And I know you guys all know, someone out there, everyone here and everyone out there, TikTok land, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, everyone, we all know that person who, just elaborates on a story to such extent. And it's bizarre.
Almost worse than that person is the person that has a story for everything.
Right. Well, that's...
Oh my, and then in turn, that's what it becomes. They're like, oh, you went there? Well, I went there too, blah, blah, blah. Like just this last week.
They have to one
and it's
up.
like,
It's
dude,
called the
yeah.
one up.
Oh my God, it's awful. It's insufferable.
I have to one up everything you do, man. And that's a little bit of what we see with these, LA and New York comedians, man. They have to one up each other. For whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe because it's just, they don't feel comfortable in their own skin. I mean, that's honestly my 2 cents on the whole situation. But, nonetheless, guys, so welcome in. We did make it through another work week. We are back here live on In the Pain podcast. It took us 2 tries, but, hey, we did make it here, guys. We did make it here.
We have made it to the end of the week. I was off today, so it was really nice.
Oh, that must be nice.
damn.
Dude, it was much needed. I've had a rough work week.
Dude, Speak for yourself.
Oh, I mean, yeah, dude, we talked about. Yeah, it sucks.
Coming in fresh.
That's a whole nother level.
So
podcast.
this past week, man, just real quick side note, and then we'll get into what we're drinking tonight. But yeah, this past week on a Tuesday, man, we live by a lot of wooded area, a lot of woods by us, a lot of forest. You know, it's good if you're like a young bull and you're like trying to smoke weed, or even if you're our age and you want to go smoke weed.
Vehicle.
That's where we used to hide our. Remember when porn magazines were a thing, kids?
Wow.
We used to hide our porn by the bonfire.
You're aging me.
Jeez, dude. You guys are elder emos.
That's right.
But yeah, man. So you know, I'm driving Tuesday morning. It's like 5:00 in the morning. I'm driving right over here on the main road that goes right through our town here, and you know, I see one deer come across. You know, I managed to skirt by him. Wouldn't you know, his I guess call his brother or sister or whatever the fuck. He comes by or she comes by, whatever the fuck, and you know, boom, there I go. Car smashed, done. Well, it's not done.
Christ.
It's still drivable. It's not.
So what was it, like the front end?
Front end bumper, you know.
Dude, been
side
there.
panel.
It's the
Did
worst.
the deer hit you or you hit the deer?
Oh, I smacked the fuck out of that deer, dude. That deer's dead.
It's almost like, as twisted as it
Jesus.
sounds, it's like when you hit it, you're like, all right, hopefully I just like snapped its neck and put it out of its misery.
Yeah.
And because you always feel worse when it's like your car's fucked up, you're on the side of the road, and you look back, and there's a puddle of blood, but the deer is just kind of inching towards you.
Right.
With its neck like this, and you're like, damn. It's like it's almost better off you just kill it
Just
on
run
impact.
it over again.
Like, yeah.
You ever see Jeepers Creepers, bro?
The first one, yeah.
Where they kill that? Well, they thought they killed Jeeper Creepers,
And they run it. They go back, yeah, and run them. Yeah, dude, one of those.
That's literally what you have to do, bro.
Because I remember I hit a deer, and luckily it had only cracked my my headlight, but the way I hit it, I mean, dude, it was like that on impact. Like I was going like 60, and its neck was just like in an L shape.
We've all hit shit, bro. That happened to me too.
It happens, dude. This
Yeah.
area of Jersey is just so full of
Sucks,
them, man.
dude.
It's overpopulated with deer.
Never gets better when it happens.
Because we have a lot of
Sucks,
wooded
man.
areas, especially in South Jersey, where you go the further south you go, it's like a lot of long highways with stretches of like woods and stuff. So it gets really bad, man.
And the deer, when it gets hot out, dude, they start to mate. They do their mating call, like, "Gah, gah, 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 gah," and they just start getting all crazy and running in the road, dude. It's bad. It's fucked up. Then you got
Playing
goofy
fucking chicken.
neighbor people that, like in my neighborhood, bro, and I'm sure you got people
They
that do
feed
it.
'em
Yeah, they leave
the
apples
bread.
on their
Oh,
fucking.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, I want to throw.
Like
a
we used to,
brick
like
through
as
their
kids,
shit.
we used to do that when we would go to like the Poconos. But that's because they would drive up when you pull into the trailer complex. They would pull up. They would walk up to your car.
Yeah, no, this is like
You just roll the window down, give them a piece of bread, and drive off.
South Jersey trash. Fucking,
Yeah, this is like
wooded.
out in the boonies.
We got a question
Yeah.
on TikTok though.
What do we
Oh,
got
what do we
on
got?
TikTok?
Have y'all heard of Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum? And if not, you should definitely check it out.
Sleepy Time Gorilla
You
Museum.
want to pull it up
Yeah.
real quick?
Let's
See what that is, so we
yeah.
get it, so we can get an idea of what we're looking at.
context.
I hope it's not like a blue waffle.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
That was pretty
Sleepy
specific.
Time
Gorilla
Oh, I think you gotta
Museum.
click. It's not. You gotta. yeah.
yeah. Thanks,
Click.
Mario.
Yeah.
Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum.
Yes, sir.
I hope this isn't a fucking.
Oh, they're a band.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
Where are they from? Oakland, California. Sweet.
Oakland, California, dude.
Hell yeah.
Solid, guys.
Sweet.
That's sick. Well, I haven't personally heard of them, but we're gonna check them out, dude.
I will add
Absolutely.
that to my playlist for the work week.
We
for
would
sure,
put it
man.
on right now if we didn't get.
We would get flagged.
We would get flagged.
If we didn't get sent to the shadow realm.
Right after the show, we're gonna listen.
Fuck yeah, man.
You should hook us up. We should play a show. We should
Oh,
gig.
dude, yes. Please.
Please, yes.
Win by 2 is looking to spread our wings a little bit and travel.
That's
Yeah,
actually
we
a
are.
sick band name.
Yeah. So, Sleepy Time
That
Gorilla
is pretty
Museum.
fucking dope.
Check them out. Spotify, YouTube Music, Pandora, and everything, everywhere you could stream music. We appreciate the chats from TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and all sides of of all the chats that we're getting from. So yeah, guys, we do have an exciting show, a long show to get into. We have a lot to break down on tonight's show. We appreciate everyone who stopped by last week. With the whole unveiling of the whole Brendan Shaw, Bobby Lee situation, and this situation has sort of grown legs on its own, and just has kind of spread like wildfire at this point. There's really no containing it. So we have a lot to get into. Joe Rogan's going to be coming up. He's going to be making not his debut. He'll be returning because we covered his studio change last year.
Big Daddy Rogan, dude.
Big Daddy Rogan
Dude,
will be back.
We're hitting all the big guns today.
Big guns are on
Just
today's
dropping
show.
a truth bomb down on the podcast.
We're
world,
swinging
dude.
that truth hammer.
Yeah.
Like it's a
Like
fucking
Thor.
rage room, dude. We're taking all these bottles out back here.
Crazy. Like the Ragnarok, brother.
Yeah, that's right. Like Mjolnir, dude, just swinging that shit around.
What, are we in fucking Chi-Town, brother? Pop, pop, pop.
No, it's fireworks.
Much more animated and Disney-fied. Dude, I like it.
Great band, by the way, Fireworks.
Yeah, bro. Love fireworks.
So let's get into our alcohol that we are consuming on tonight's show.
Yeah!
So tonight,
Hell yeah, brother.
I picked up. It's called 4 Grain Bourbon, Bluebird Distilling whiskey.
Four Locos?
92 proof. It's whiskey.
I know, I'm fucking with you.
Oh, 92
Ooh, that's 92 proof?
46%.
God.
Dude,
Got some stogies for after the show tonight.
dude, that's gonna go good with these. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
And tonight's glow. We have a glow cart. We have
Mario. Break that down. What do we got?
So tonight's strain is ayahuasca purple. No, it is not actual ayahuasca.
Come on.
It is just a
man.
strain. I don't know if I could get through a whole show like that.
I'm going to just call it the Purple Derp.
I believe in you.
The purple dirt.
Hey, Brandon's
Oh,
in the chat.
Brandon.
What's going on, Brandon? How are you, man? Hope you're enjoying your trip down there in the land down under.
He's in Australia?
Yeah. We're gonna pour out a shot for all the missing and dead homies.
All the homies.
And for Brendan Shaw because his career, you know.
Let's go,
That's
Brandon.
Wait, hold on. Listen to this one, ready?
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
that's good. He's giving
Smells
it a
strong.
Smell test, the sniff test.
All right, guys. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time.
That'll put some hair on your balls.
I'm excited for this whiskey, man. Usually we go Jim Beam or Gentleman Jack.
We're going fancy today.
We're going fancy.
We're celebrating last week's triumphant video. That actually was our best video to date so far.
Best podcast to date,
that
man.
wasn't
Hell yeah.
that wasn't like a special event. Actually, no, it was. I think overall our best.
The best podcast.
Yeah, it was our most viewed. So thank you guys for engaging with us last week, and today we're going to continue this whole saga as John mentioned. So yeah, shout out to we're celebrating with some fancy stuff today.
Yeah, guys. So pour it up. If you're drinking at home, please drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. You know what I mean? Fucking jelly bean. What am I
Don't
saying?
sell,
Yeah.
don't
What am I
sell
saying?
drugs, kids.
It's 2022.
If
Call
you're-
an Uber.
If you're drinking though,
Call a friend.
I found the best drinking food, Domino's. Domino's has been pretty
Dude.
stellar.
Dude, Domino's is a staple.
Nothing.
I don't want to get too much in the weeds. I just wanted to put that out there. Domino's has
Nothing
stepped up
beats a
their
3
shit.
a.m. stuffed crust when you're fucked up.
Let's try it out, Mario. Without further ado, everyone out there,
Cheers.
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 From my family to yours, Mazel Tov. Beautiful.
Wow, that's good stuff.
It's really good.
Oh yeah.
I'm adjusting the cameras left and right on tonight's show.
Looking good, kid.
Hey, you know what? Everybody, quick shout out to our host with the most, John. That's right. He deserves it, man. After tonight, every week he deserves it, but especially
does.
today.
Killing the game. One man wrecking crew out here. There's 3 guys, but he's doing it all. Killing it too, might I add. Brought to you by Body Armor.
And Lucky Strikes.
That was some good bourbon,
And
man.
Lucky Strikes, yes, sir. And what? 4 barrels of whiskey.
So it's 4 grain bourbon.
4 grain bourbons.
We
and
also have-
twisted.
That was smooth,
shots.
man. I
on
will say
tonight's show,
that shit went down nice.
Mario, I'm gonna pass this over to you. You're gonna pass me the whiskey back over here. This
Handoff.
way. You guys.
All right, we're gonna do a little exchange.
But,
So what do we
yeah.
got here? We got some.
Twisted shots in a pack today. Why don't we read off what we got? in
So
the pack
we
of Twisted
have
Shots?
a 15 party pack. So we have a 15 pack of these Twisted Shots, and they are some quite interesting flavors.
I just want to say, can I hold those really quick?
Would you like to hold this real quick?
Yeah. Show the camera.
Guys, you're good.
Feel that.
This
Feel
looks
the
like
weight of
something-
that bad boy.
You would find at like a high school, like first
Yeah.
time drinking party. Like, yo, I got these Twisted Shots at the store.
Yo, bro.
We about to get fucked up tonight.
Yo, bro,
Like McLovin.
My brother picked this up for me, bro.
Did you read the flavors?
So we got, like I said, these are some very interesting flavors. So we got 3 of Pussycat.
I'm offended.
We
already.
have 3 of the Rattlesnake. 3 Buttery Nipples. 3 Sex on the Beaches. And 3 Porn Stars.
Oh my god, dude, those are raunchy.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Yeah, right?
Buttery nipples? Is that what you said?
Buttery Nipples. Dude, we got 3 of them.
That's great.
3 buttery nipples. It's like the chick from Total Recall. She's got 3 tits.
Oh shit. Yeah, so
Sweet.
here, I'll break these out real quick. We're gonna watch our first clip of the night. We got Eric Griffin, talks about Bobby Lee and Brendan Schaub drama. It's only about a 1.5-minute clip. We're gonna roll these, and I'm gonna bust up these Twisted Shots. So we got Eric Griffin, fellow comedian. He's on The King, The Sting, and The Wing.
He was on Workaholics too, right?
Workaholics.
Oh, dude, I love Workaholics.
It's a great
It's
show.
so funny.
He's one of those journeymen in comedy. You know what I mean? He's somebody that you're not gonna turn on and be like, oh shit, that's fucking so and so from. You know,
Respect the hustle type deal.
But respect the hustle. You know, something. You know, to that effect. You know, he's kind of been around. You know, for a little bit and has been around the game. You know, we talked
For
about
a minute. Yeah.
For a minute. He and probably he hosts his own podcast too. Like Mario was saying in the beginning of the show, every one of these comedians, they have their own podcast or they're on like 7 different podcasts. So it's not surprising when we see something like this. So so when this whole story broke last week, every comedian felt an obligation to hop on this because it was something of substance. So we got Eric Griffin here. He's just going to be giving his thoughts on the whole Bobby Lee, Brendan Schaub drama. Rolling clip. Here we go.
Okay. That being said, there's some sort of drama going on that I am not privy to this drama, other than it's spilling over into my world.
Well, welcome.
So I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know. We don't talk. I didn't know what was happening. All right. I didn't know what was happening. And then all of a sudden I'm getting hit up like, so whatever happened between Bobby, Kalila, and Brendan, whatever happened on Trash Tuesday, whatever happened between Annie, all these people, I don't know. And it had nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me, and honestly, I don't care.
Well, I would disagree right there. I would say it has something
Why are you
to do with
talking
him.
about on your podcast?
Well, why are you talking on your podcast? And he's on The King, Sting, and the Wing with Brendan Schaub. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I think it's like more of like, and I think
He's shit talking his own crew,
well,
homie.
it also sounds like
Why you half stepping, Eric Griffin?
it sounds like he's
fuck?
tackling it from the angle of like, just because I'm in this community that this is going on in this drama, it's not my place to bring it up. But like John said, if he's on a show with Brendan and he has like regular association with him, naturally people are gonna ask you questions about it. And you're a comic and you're a podcaster, so you're literally checking every box.
you can't come at it with the angle, I don't know what's going on. I have nothing to do
You can't
with
just
it.
be ignorant to it. And by ignorant, I mean like just like turning a blind eye and just like
Exactly.
being like unknowledgeable what's going on.
Exactly.
Like
That's a cop-out right there.
that's total cop out, dude.
That's 100%
He's
cop-out.
singing Like a Virgin by Madonna. I'm opening my legs for the clout train, baby.
Well,
Right.
Like I'm on a podcast
Brendan
with
Schaub,
Brendan Schaub.
Brendan Schaub's got the glove singing No Vaseline.
He's the cracker dad. No, isn't that a rapper, bro? What's his
Uncle Cracker.
Uncle Cracker? Gringo Papi.
The Gringo Papi.
Uncle Cracker.
Uncle Cracker.
Synonyms.
Yo, we got to come out with a comedy
Dude.
special.
Called the Uncle Cracker.
Cracker.
What's
like
the
a-
song he sings?
It sounds like a monster movie. Uncle Cracker meets
Fuck,
the Gringo
bro.
Poppy.
I feel like if we
Sounds like
weren't
Godzilla versus
streaming,
King
I
Kong.
would.
Godzilla versus Kong.
So he's like, I'm on a podcast with Brendan Schaub, Now I'm gonna spread my clout wings,
How'd
talk
you say that?
shit
Was that
on him
Schwab, you said?
on Monday, and then Tuesday show up to
Be
the
all
office.
buddy.
Yeah, he probably co-signed it too. Brendan Shaw was
Oh,
probably
100%,
like, get
dude.
that clout, Eric. Like
Yeah.
we out here, kid. LA
ahead, get your
Comedy
bag.
Gang, skeet skeet.
Yeah.
And now we're here, and
Yeah.
he's playing it. You could tell he's a bad actor.
100%.
Like the drama. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with Annie. Like fucking everything, dude.
He's looking right at the camera.
fuck
I don't
outta
know.
here. Dude, I would slap Eric Griffin if he was in this room.
Dude, it pisses you off.
Piss
right?
me off.
Dude,
Yeah.
it does. Like, cause like that's your job. If you're gonna come on here and talk about it as a podcaster, your job is to cover the current topics in the world that are that's going on around you. That is the bulk of your show. Right? You would think that would be.
Well, no, that is. You can't do. You can't. For you to go on it and approach it from this angle is blasphemous, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And it's insane. It's
You're just
ridiculous.
ducking it.
There's but at the end of the day, he's going to keep doing this and people like him, not just Eric Griffin. And this is just one matter
Example.
in the whole.
They're
LA
all
scene.
like in it together. Yeah.
Oh,
When
listen,
no
we
one-
got ammunition for everybody tonight. We're not holding back on anybody.
No holds bar. When there's no accountability taking place, in the comedy world and in any world, man, in any scene, people just run wild, man, because they think people like what I'm doing. I'm just gonna keep doing me because I'm getting 60,000 to 120,000.
It's not about
It's-
am I a good comedian or
No.
like what gig did I land.
Exactly.
It's how many views did I
Who do
get.
I know? How many clicks did I get? It's ignorance is bliss.
And
is
Brendan
the
Schaub
whole
is like the
basis behind this right now.
like
poster child.
well, he's like the leader.
Yeah.
But it's not because of any talent or ability or anything.
It's because he did what Rogan did, but worse.
Because I honestly think, dude, Joe
And
Rogan
that's saying a lot.
was on Fear Factor, and it like got it in the household. And it's like in everyone's
Got
house.
big in the UFC.
So it's another group of people, and then Dave Chappelle.
Right.
And that's like our generation.
What I'm saying is
and
like
now he's a fucking idiot. Like when I listen to his podcast, like I
Rogan?
don't see any.
No,
sometimes they
Rogan's
have.
an idiot, dude.
Yeah, he's
a big
moron.
buffoon. He's
Yeah.
a buffoon.
his shows went downhill because like there was years where I actually kind of liked some of the things that he did, but now I watch it and I'm just like, this is just like so dumbed down and just so like I don't even know. Like
I'll tell
I
you
can't
why.
even describe it in
I'll-
words
I'll
because it's
tell you
just
why.
like
I'll
the
describe
drop
it.
off of his show has been insane.
You know what it is, man? Look, when you get to that level of famous and fame and fortune and everything that comes along with it, man, it's like Joe Rogan's whole biggest mantra is like, yo, I don't check my views out. I don't, pay attention to the comments. He neglects, his main, core audience.
He got his Spotify deal. He's got his big new
But even
fancy
before
set.
that, though, even before that, it was, I don't check the numbers. I don't read the comments. So once you start neglecting that aspect of, that's like, 50% of the feedback that's coming in is the comments and the likes. I mean, besides word of mouth, that's a huge part of it, especially if you're going to try to make your living on the internet, dude. It's like you got to be able to read the comments and you got to be able to check your likes out, see what you're doing, see what people like, see what people don't like. Well, Rogan completely detached himself from that world, and ever since he did that, I could probably say maybe like we're in 2022, this is probably like 2015, 2016, 17-ish, he kind of got more corporate and was kind of by the book and, look, go get your money, do what you got to do. But when people start, coming at the fact that you changed, you switched up, you sold out, you can't address it and play, ignorant to it, like, and say, well, man, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm just doing my podcast. It's like, no, bro, it's completely changed. Everyone sees it.
You just got to either own it and say this is what it is now.
Exactly.
Or be like, if you don't like what I'm doing now, get out. And the people that are here, thanks for sticking around. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. To me, it really does come down to like the higher up you get on the podcast food chain, the less quality you get just because of the fact that it's like everything has to be done in somebody else's interest. Like you have to bring this person onto your podcast because it'll get you both some clout. It'll draw some interest. And I get it. You want the clicks, you want the views, but at that point it's like there's no substance behind your show. It's almost like you're just having a cameo fest.
Well,
Kind of like where people like make arguments about like Marvel movies, like just having a bunch of cameos versus like them actually being important to the story.
But at least there's
the plot.
At least there's effort that goes into that, man. A lot of these podcasts, man, and we'll move on right after this. We'll finish up this Eric Griffin clip.
Like, look at that background. I'm pretty sure that's like the Microsoft Word, like
Crop
standard.
out.
That's the one
That's
they just
the
give you. Yeah,
the Microsoft Teams corporate
Teams,
meeting
yeah.
where like you don't want people to see when you're working from home that your house is a fucking mess, so you put that on.
So that's what I'm saying. At least Marvel, dude. I mean, you make the analogy to Marvel. At least Marvel puts in effort to their movies. I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
these
and they have a
shows-
legacy and story
Exactly.
and creativity and animation
All
and
that.
acting
Right.
and yeah, like crazy.
Dude, a lot of these shows, man, they could care less. I mean, it's just, let's buy a mic, let's buy a little cheap webcam, and let's just, get on. And we'll
Get a
make-
couple other people that are slightly famous B-list celebrities and
It's almost like they're recording the inner, listenings and like a fly on the wall to their conversations as if they would have it if no one else was around. And they're just recording it and putting it out there. And we're supposed to believe that it's a podcast.
With the comedians, it's like they all met up at the LA Comedy Factory, Laugh
Store.
Factory.
Comedy Store, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like we're like, all right, so COVID happened, so we're gonna just use podcasting as like the new way to do stand-up comedy, and we're gonna all have drama together to blow it the fuck up. It's almost
I
like
don't know.
that.
I think you're giving
Well,
way too
dude,
much
I
credit.
just think the
I mean, I don't
Comedy
think that
Store-
really happened, but it's just they're all nut rubbing Brendan Schaub's. That's
Well,
what it seems like.
I just
You
feel
know
like
what
the
I mean?
Comedy Store and like the comedy community's become a very
like
toxic
this is all
community.
clout. Like they all just want to chase clout. I don't think it's about the real drama. I don't think anyone gives a fuck.
There's two sides of the coin, right? There's the whole clout chasing aspect of it, which is can get very, very old,
Ridiculous.
very quick, and
You're already
ridiculous.
famous. Like,
But
yeah.
then the other side of it is fucking. It's the whole comedy game is just oversaturated, man. Because anyone with an internet connection could be a comic, quote unquote. And it's that's just the reality that we live in. But not enough people want to admit that to themselves, and they just want to applaud the next thing they see on the television screen. And that's really what we have here. So let's finish up this Eric Griffin clip. I did pull up buttery nipples for our first shot, Mario.
Oh,
so
shit.
we'll pop
Saucy.
it off.
Nothing I like more than some Mrs. Butterworth on my nipples.
Let's finish up
I
Eric
don't
Griffin.
appreciate that the fact that
Here, we'll back it up just a little bit here.
I don't appreciate that the fact that the shit is public.
Here we go.
That they're dealing with it the way they're dealing with it and making money in the process of doing it. So it's like it's all for content, So then it just riles up all the fans who think they're a part of it. You people think you're a part of it. These people don't care about you or your opinion. So you have your own opinion, and then you're coming at me, bullying me. Y'all people keep coming on my game stream. They coming on my chat. They coming on my Instagram like, yo, where do you stand on this? As if it matters what you think.
But that's not bullying.
Well, no, it does matter.
That's not bullying at all.
But no, it does matter, man, because you're a comic. You have a voice. You have an audience that you're spewing your message out to. They're looking for you for answers, whether it be 10,000 people, 5,000 people, 100,000 people. Doesn't matter how many people it is. The fact of the matter is you have that audience. So for you to be like, yo, it doesn't matter. That's completely bullshit.
Like, what are you doing then?
Right. Yeah. What are you doing?
And I understand his point about like they don't give a fuck about you. They're just doing their thing and doing it
I
publicly.
think some people
They definitely care what people think about them.
But guess what?
They need views to get clout, so it's like they want to make sure they're fucking saying whatever gets people interested.
And honestly, even if, because he's probably right, they really
They
don't give
care
a fuck about
you,
us.
but they care about the consumerism in you. That's what
right.
they need. Yeah.
And our job here on this podcast is to like
Expose
kind of
that
pull
shit, bro.
pull that veil back and be like, listen, watch this with your own thought process. Don't feed into this bullshit. Just kind of observe it and just like kind of like take it for the fodder that it is, rather than like getting super invested in it, because
and attached.
Yeah, you don't want to get attached, because that's where you start getting kind of weird, and like that's where the internet starts getting really fucking dicey, and that's where actual bullying comes in sometimes. You know what I mean? Like what he's saying, that's everybody's gonna do that in the comments section. That's just human nature to ask questions. If you're a comic, you're a podcaster, you have some kind of connection to this person, of course you're gonna fucking be asked about it.
Yeah, man. So we're not going to get caught up in the weeds here with Eric Griffin, even though I feel like we did. But I mean, hey, that's a good opening monologue.
Every segment.
We gotta have
segment
one
is
tangent per show, right?
Every segment's like fucking 30 minutes
Yeah.
per
All
round.
right, this one's supposed to be like 5 minutes.
What's supposed to be a
guys.
short clip? You know?
Hey, we're gonna cover this clip tomorrow.
That's all right. We're getting down to we're cutting down to the onion, brother. It's all right.
That's kind of
Well,
the
I can
synopsis
pull
of
the plug
whole-
out again. We'll be done.
Nah, don't do that, bro. Don't do all
Am
that.
I more than you bargained
So we're gonna cover.
Fucking froze. Is this Impractical Jokers?
No, so this is Ari Shafir, Sal
But it's Sal, yeah,
Vacano,
it's Sal.
and Steve Byrne react to Brendan Schaub. So it is Sal from
What a
Impractical
crew!
Jokers.
So these are like the homeless.
The
Practical
homeless
Jokers.
Yeah.
Ari Shafir. Oh my God, what a crew!
So yeah, this is
Is that Elon Musk, dude?
No,
On the left?
not at all.
Are you sure?
100%.
No, that's not Elon Musk.
Damn. And that looks like Mac on the right from It's Always Sunny.
No, we got we got Steve Byrne on the right, we got Sal Vacano in the middle, and we got Ari Shafir to the left. I don't know who the far left guy is. Yeah, so we're gonna watch these guys, see what they have to say about Brendan Schaub. So these are New York's comedians. This isn't the LA guys
dude,
now. So
fuck.
this is
So
New
now,
York.
so now we
Rap
got
battle.
now we got the East Coast weighing in.
East Coast
yeah.
versus West Coast.
Dude. It's
It's the new rap. It's the new rap beef.
I feel like I'm watching West Side Story out here.
Comic
I think
beef.
some people failed him, you know. No, I mean, true. No, I mean, in a good way. If I was like his friend, I'd be like, I don't know if that's
Is that
ready.
ready?
You know, like,
Yeah.
that's all. I
Oh,
mean,
I wasn't ready. National TV.
So what these guys are gonna say is, and this is something I really want everyone to like kind of listen to and really take away from this whole thing is a lot of the comics that are gonna come out, and we're gonna watch Tim Dillon and Louis J. Gomez up here next. But a lot of the comics that come out, man, they're all saying, if this guy had a friend, why would that friend let Brendan put Gringo Papi out on YouTube? This is his second special in like 3 or 4 years. The first special flopped. Why would they let him go through with this? And that's my question. You got Brendan Schaub, who good friends with Joe Rogan, Brian Callen, allegedly like upstanding comedians in the LA scene and just in the comedy scene in general. And they let him go on with this. So my question becomes, what kind of friends are they really?
It's funny because you were mentioning that, and then I was looking at the clip with Sal from Practical Jokers, and it just making me think in my head, like, if Sal was the friend, he's on the headset with him being like, all right, go ahead. Now we're gonna put a whole special out. Go
Sal
on
would
stage.
go for it,
Go on
yeah.
stage. Go on stage and tell that joke. He's feeding them the
Yeah.
jokes and
So-
just cracking up backstage.
Sal looks like Brendan Schaub if he never hit puberty and just ate Twinkies.
Yeah.
Sixth
Jeez.
grade every day.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's kind of cyberbullying, but
We are gonna watch the Gringo Papi.
At least you didn't do it on Reddit though. You were just,
Yeah.
you were ballsy enough to just do it on camera.
get a look at my face, and I stand by those allegations.
Let's finish these clips out, and then we'll get to the Gringo Papi coming up here shortly.
you know what I mean? Like,
I know, yeah.
If that ever happened to me, I would be mortified, and I'd be like, why didn't anyone say
Why
anything?
did they set me up for this fail? Yeah,
right.
exactly.
And not to dig on, but like Brendan Schaub, that's always been the critique on him when he did that hour
You
special.
don't have real friends, is the critique. Or they would have told you.
I've heard that multiple times, by the way.
Did you, Steve Byrne? Because Steve Byrne, if I recall, you did a podcast with Brian Callen called Big and Hungry during coronavirus. Brian Callen is Brendan Schaub's best friend, if one of his best friends, if not his,
the best friend in
The-
They're
question.
like
Friend.
actual friends, yeah.
So Steve Byrne, I mean, are you gonna say this to Brendan Schaub's face? That's my question.
No, dude.
Multiple times. And I think
You either overruled them or didn't ask them, or they couldn't tell you.
I'm a shit.
And what camera are these guys using?
It looks like
Webcam from Walmart,
a
bro.
Nokia phone,
The funny thing is with that, one of the other things is
Motorola flip phone.
it aired, and then they tried to take it down off the internet. Right, and the internet reacts to that in an angry manner. The internet, as an orgasm, says you cannot delete our food, and so then it got pushed way higher.
That's
if
right,
they
yeah.
didn't try to scrub it, it would have been like, oh, I didn't know, I didn't see it.
That's why you can't scrub the Sal meme. It's got to stay up. They will find it. You know?
there are no quilts of him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll tell
I
you
wonder
that.
how long that one takes to shake. Like that would hurt.
I
me
think
bad.
when you're parachuting in Deadpool 2, I think you're like, I think
that's true.
right. So he's done very well.
All right, so the New York comedians. I mean, that's a 53-minute clip, and just gave us about a minute and 18. All right, so moving right along here, so we don't.
But very influential. If you look at the
So we got Louis J. Gomez and Tim Dillon. Now, Tim Dillon, another Joe Rogan, one of Joe Rogan's crew and his posse, one of his right-hand men, so to speak. Tim Dillon, I respect the comedian, and I was telling the guys, earlier in the show, I know like we like to come on here and we like to, give it to the comedians at hand here, the comedians at question. I don't know about Luis J. Gomez quite yet. I don't know how I feel about him one way or the other. Tim Dillon, from what I've seen so far, has kind of been a stand-up guy. Tim Dillon being gay, openly gay, which I don't know how much I believe that. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But, you ask a lot of people, and some of them say, he puts on a front. That's not my words. That's, other people's words. But Tim Dillon, funny guy, but again, I don't sway one way or the other with these guys. But what Tim is going to come out and portray here and kind of let everyone know, Lewis is going to egg Tim on, essentially. Lewis is going to egg Tim on to get him talking about the Gringo Papi. And Tim is just going to go off on a tirade. This clip dropped early in the week. Tim's podcast comes out every weekend, I think Friday or Saturday. So this came out, Saturday, but then the clip dropped, I think, like Sunday or Monday. Guys, the clip speaks for itself. It's about a 10-minute clip. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. Let's go to about like 2 minutes in, and then we'll let the clip roll and speak for itself.
Meaning that it is 3 days. It involves not only going to see stand-up, but you have like other events that comedians go to and will be at, and you can like mix with. You can meet
live
comics.
podcasters fighting, pro wrestling. There's there's mechanical bulls and fucking games and beer pong tournaments, and it's stupid, dude.
It's a fun thing.
It's a fun thing.
It's a Woodstock for people that like podcasts.
And it's the best podcast fans in the world, best comedy fans of the world. They
love comedy.
They love
every time I've done a show, it's Gangfest. It's always been great. And every time we've done a live podcast, it's Gangfest.
Yeah.
It's always been great.
It's gonna be stupid. We're gonna do Bastard Radio.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm forcing you.
It'll be fun. No, I'm doing it. I told you I would do it.
I know. I'm excited.
Absolutely, we'll do it.
Me and the great Nick Mullen. I think we're gonna do a state of the industry address as Bastard Radio.
Yeah.
So the biggest topics from the year we're gonna break down.
I just want to cover, please.
Don't mind any of this. This is where it's going to start getting juicy. Don't mind any of this talk, where they're going to be, what kind of content they're going to be putting out. Don't mind any of that. This is where it's going to start getting juicy, though.
That was just background for our shot pouring.
Background noise, yeah. We just did another shot for audio listeners.
Warmed up here and about to drop a
Gringo
bomb.
Papi?
Who does what? I want to do LA.
All right, so there it was right there.
Address. We got to carve out.
Gringo Papi?
Sprinkling it in.
So you missed it right there.
If we do a state of the industry address, we got to carve out.
Gringo Papi?
Gringo Papi.
Just a little sprinkle.
Lewis, kind of egging
State
Tim
of the
on.
industry
I want to
address.
do LA.
Tim kind of just, he knows it right off the bat. He knows, but he's kind of just trying to push past. He doesn't really want to get into it because he knows he does. Tim isn't going to pull any punches. He's going to go for it.
They're trying to drive this motherfucker. Just what's the magic word? It's almost like when you talk about Trump. It just is like
Everyone's
it
gotta
used to
talk
be
about
like
it.
It's like saying the Gringo Papi's like saying Voldemort.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's like,
for comedy, like it's just
He
a
who
dark
shall not
cloud
be
of
named.
fucking views and cyberbullying.
I want to do the
I said we just-
No. I want to do the state of the LA podcast scene.
Oh, yeah.
As
Look
part
at
of
his
the,
face. They're
as part
trying
of the
not to
state of
laugh.
the industry address is Gangfest.
Yeah.
You and Nick can do everything else.
Yeah.
Everything else.
That's yours. You cover
Whatever.
You
New
cover
York. You
LA.
guys cover all of New York, television and film, every podcast in the world, other than. And you could also comment on the state of the LA podcast scene, of course.
Of course.
But I would like to.
You need to lead it.
My expertise. I just want to do the state of the LA podcast scene, the great enduring scene that will never die.
Can we-
And it'll be called the LA podcast scene, the scene that will never die.
This is
and
where
it
it
will
gets
have
good.
the photos of the people who are currently in prison.
Tim, can we play word association?
Tim, can we play word association? Random. Very random. This was Lewis's attempt to drive the boat back, because Lewis tried. He went for, let's try to talk about Gringo Papi, and Tim was not having it at all.
no.
So this is Lewis's attempt to try to drive the boat back to Gringo
He's
Papi.
fishing right now.
He's fishing.
This is how you poke the bears. All right, we're gonna play a little word association game, and then bam, just drop him.
Whose show
drop
is
his
it
name.
again?
This is Tim Dillon's.
Tim Dillon.
That
guy.
This guy.
Not trying to steer the boat there.
No, he's trying to steer away because he has some heated and kind of like I said, Tim, you got to remember, Tim is Joe Rogan's friend and Brendan is Joe Rogan's friend, right? Joe Rogan is like the godfather of everything that's going on right now.
It's so
right?
ridiculous. To
It's
even
ridiculous.
Think about
These guys. I mean, suck his dick.
Gotta
Yeah,
kiss
I
the
know,
ring.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you got to kiss the ring.
And
on
so
the
do the
dawn.
podcast fans, dude. It's like nothing. It's crazy.
Well, that's what it goes for everything.
He's a nerd
in this world.
dude.
He don't know up from down. But so Tim's got to tread lightly here. But Lewis is gonna poke. Tim's just gonna go off. So let's watch it here. So Lewis left off. Tim, can we play a little word association? Let's see what happens on the clip.
In LA comic scene.
Sure.
All right, ready? You gotta just fire it off. Don't be a pussy. Whitney Cummings.
Drugs.
Whitney Cummings, drugs. I like that.
Standard.
Bobby Lee.
Korean.
Okay, yeah. It's a little on the
I mean,
nose.
it's the first thing that comes to mind.
Brian Callen.
Rough year.
Rough years. I mean, it is right. That
It's-
accurately describes.
At least lately too, it's been pretty rough.
Gringo Papi.
Gringo Papi.
There
and
it
there
is.
Right there. And look at his eyes.
Ding, 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 ding,
Look at his eyes.
That's the eyes.
He's caught, dude. He's
Yeah, look
like,
at it. Looks like his soul got sucked out, dude.
Fuck, dude.
Oh
It
my
looks
god.
like-
We gotta make a
Oh,
TikTok
dude.
of that, just like his neck creaking and just like
I just
turns
see
into a fucking
I see the
Satan.
steam coming out of both of his ears, and I just want to hear the.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I mean, watch that again.
Look how his
bro.
nostrils
Brian
flared up.
Callen.
Oh man.
Rough year.
Gringo Papi.
He, dude,
Just dead center stare.
right to the camera.
Soul staring fucking. Ugh.
and just said, "All right, I'm about to drop some shit right now. I'm about to go all in on this fucking guy right now. Look at that face."
My god.
He's like, well, right here. I feel like this is the point.
I feel
right?
like someone signed me up to go to the military.
He just lit the
like-
match, and the fuse
Well-
is ignited now.
So he could either go one or two ways with this. He could be like Gringo Papi, good. Brendan Schaub, I applaud what he's doing. He's trying to really aspire to be, an upstanding comedian. He can go that route, or he could go the route that he's about to go. Tim Dillon, everybody.
Kind of brilliant. kind of brilliantly funny in a way that no comedy special has ever been, because it's mysterious in a way.
mysterious.
Because you're looking at it and you're going like, there's a lot of choices made, and
Yeah.
you don't know why those choices were made.
There's a lot of choices made, but we don't know why those choices were made. Essentially saying,
This sucks.
this sucks. Why did he do what he did?
I don't know, man. That's not the one.
Of course.
Yeah.
The Comedy Store.
Fine.
That's it. I can't name.
So they're caught up on the Gringo Papi. I mean,
The Uncle Cracker.
When you see, the Uncle Cracker. When you say the Comedy Store, man, you don't giggle because someone said the Comedy Store. Fine. You know what I mean? It's
because if you know, you
look
know.
Look at him. I mean, his eyes tell their eyes.
Like
in a
you're
picture.
opening a shitstorm.
Yeah, like some truth bombs are sitting in his head right now. He's waiting to spew them out.
And we're gonna see those truth
We're
bombs come to
getting
light.
there.
Name another word.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
Well, here's what's amazing about the Gringo Papi.
And he goes right back.
Right
to
back
He's
in.
like-
Oh, he's ripping the lid off, dude. Oh.
Dude, he's like, hold on. We're not gonna try to deflect with no Comedy Store. They get it enough. We all know how the Comedy Store community is.
And
We're gonna go in back on this motherfucker.
And this is why I sort of respect Tim Dillon in a way, and I say respect it very loosely. But this is why I do, because he's not afraid.
He ain't no half stepping, bro.
Right,
Yeah.
and this is why
Compared to everybody else we cover, it's not a high bar, but still.
right. It's right. There's not a high bar to be matched, but
and he
Tim,
did try to avoid it.
He did try it first, but Tim isn't going to be shy enough to take something head on. So yeah, let's see what he has to say.
This is what's truly amazing about it, okay? Yes. You're watching it, and you're in
That's his producer laughing in the background, if you guys were wondering.
kind of it's you're in a little bit of disbelief.
Disbelief.
Because it is I wonder, and I know he's trying to get good at stand-up, and I respect the hell out of that. The question is, did it have to be a special?
Did it have to be a special? That's like saying, guys, if
He's
Win by
being
Two-
real, dude.
If Win by Two came out with a song today, if we dropped the song today, that would be like one of our peers coming out on a podcast saying, did that have to be a song? That's like
there were choices made. There were some
killing him.
sections of that song that were very
were
questionable.
very questionable. Choices that we've never seen before. I mean, it's just a nice way of saying it sucked.
I mean, that's the thing. If you're an up and coming comic, and you're still kind of like getting your feet wet in comedy. What do you want to do? Like an opening, like just do a quick set and get off?
Well, for comics, bro, for stand-up comics, it's like I don't want to put hierarchy on it, but it's kind of like movies is like the top thing. Like you make a movie like Billy Madison, and you run your own production company, and like so you're doing stand-ups and doing movies, and you're killing it. Being an actor really is like the ultimate. And then there's like being a stand-up comedian and like doing a show at a club. It's not like a special.
Right.
Your special is like almost like your album.
Yeah.
You know, in a way.
Yeah,
or
it
like
is.
a movie
Well, yeah, I mean,
for a comedian. It's like
sure.
a big deal.
Right.
And clearly, Brendan Schaub already had one special with Netflix, and he only got it because of his Showtime. It's my bad. But he only got it because of his clout. And then they drop him right away.
It got pulled.
Yeah, he was supposed to do 3. They did 1 and got pulled,
Yeah.
right? Shelved. And you can't even watch it anymore. So now he's jumping into just YouTube. Brendan Schaub dropping the Uncle Cracker.
That's not because of his. He chose to go to YouTube. No company.
No one else wants to take it.
Exactly,
yeah, and he's rushing to get a spot,
Yeah.
special out because he's not a real comedian.
And to kind of
That's
go
why
back,
everything he does is going to be a special.
half-ass.
Right.
Yeah, and what this guy's saying is true. It should have just if he just did a set at whatever bar that were club, this would have probably not even ever
been a
happened.
thing.
Bro.
take it back to the music analogy. It would be like for us, if we were a new band and we were in the middle of writing our first album or EP, whatever, and somebody approaches us and says, "Hey, do you want to go play and open for this band at this venue?" And it's like, "Sure, yeah, why wouldn't I want to?" And you look, and then they want you to play a half hour, 45 minutes set or whatever, and you look and you're like, "Oh fuck, I have 3 songs written so far." You know what I mean? It's like, and then you half-ass do it, and then you put it out because you want to get out there, and then you bomb. You go out there, and the songs you wrote could have been better, and people are looking at you like, well, fuck, these guys are nobodies.
Exactly.
And that's kind of what happened here. It's like you get that taste being on Showtime, and you're friends with Rogan, and you're on all these podcasts, and you got some kind of notoriety from being in the UFC. So you think you really just your ego doesn't let you get out of your own way.
Well, look, so part of it's your ego, yes, but a lot of it, I mean, remember what Steve Burns just said in the last clip. I mean, where's his friends? Where's Joe
And that's the
Rogan?
thing, it's the people around you that are
Where's the almighty Joe Rogan to say, Brendan, slow down.
Yes.
Slow down.
In life, you need people that go,
Checks
I'm going to
and
be
balances.
honest with you. As a friend, I think this is not good enough. I don't want to see you do this to yourself. You need people to be honest and give you constructive criticism.
Because comics are ruthless. It's a ruthless industry.
What's
I mean,
ego
yeah,
industry?
like how many
It is.
bad like you don't hear bad comedy because it's bad. Like the only reason you're hearing it from Brendan Schaub is because his clout. Like that's why he's getting it on YouTube and it's a big deal. And because it's so bad, none of the other profitable networks would put it on there.
Right.
But it's like they did before because they don't give a fuck about the actual content
'cause
of
before,
what it is. They just care
They're
about
just buying a name.
what are other people are they gonna watch it? But people watching it and then talking shit is not good.
No.
Like, that's not.
Well,
like,
yeah.
It's like the Island Boys.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And with Brendan Schaub, it's weird because these podcasts have real comedians like Theo and Brian Count. Even like he's all right. I don't care for Joe Rogan's stand up. Where Brian Callen, though, he's good on the podcast, and it's not that he makes Brendan funny. It's just that he's funny. So now the show's
I would say, I don't know.
I think you're kind of jumping the gun on that.
I was gonna say,
I see what you're saying, but Brian Callen,
it makes it way more tolerable. Like you could sit
Tolerable.
and watch The Fighter and the Kid, not the Gringo.
Well, look. So, all right. So I'll take that. So you're taking Brandon Schaub special, and you're taking The Fighter and the Kid. I would say
there's
further.
a reason they work, and that the other because Brendan Schaub,
exactly.
he's the reason.
So, and it's not even the fact that Brian Callen being funny. It's the fact that Brendan is not alone. You could put Brendan with anybody. You could put Brendan with us, and it would be a decent show. Not because of him, because of us. It's not because of Brian Callen. It's just because people like seeing two. First of all, they're comedians. Whatever you want to say about Brendan. Yes, we all think he's not funny, and he's kind of a leech in the game essentially. Brian has been around the game for a long time. But you put two quote unquote comedians together in a room for an hour. Right, they're gonna be able
Better
to riff.
than one.
They're gonna be able to riff off each other,
and then you see you go on your own, you do a special. Look what happens.
See what happens.
And good comics that bomb, recover from that because they either just brush it off and laugh about it and kind of work it into their routine.
Yeah.
Or they just, okay, I had an off night, I'm going to move on.
Right.
Yeah, well, a real comic, their
This just turned into
special
a-
is jokes that are proven over that they did on like their tour, and it's their best shit.
Because they warm
and
up
they're
and they do.
funniest, and they usually don't.
They'll
bomb.
go down
That's
to the
why
comedy
this is
store and they'll
crazy
do a
thing.
set. You'll hear about like guys like Chappelle just showing up at the comedy store, unannounced, and just doing a set.
Yeah.
And that's how these comics work their new material. That's how they try things
Before
out.
they're special.
And if they
Yeah.
get heckled, if the crowd is giving them shit and they're bombing, they're good enough to know how to work the crowd to get them back on their side, or they just fucking move on from
Move
it.
on.
They
And
learn
don't
from
use
it.
it.
And
This guy has literally let this become an entire
Can of
like
worms,
well, it's a
yeah.
parody.
like social media
He's like
and
a walking
like
parody.
podcast world level beef. It's just like
Let's jump in back to this Tim Dillon clip. Yeah, because it's bizarre, man. We could sit there and break it down in a million different ways, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's not funny.
It's
It's
just
shitty,
silliness.
and it's silliness, bro. I mean, and the fact that there are people that eat this shit up,
Thrive on it.
and there's that side. Of
we
it
have
too,
to lower our own standards just to bring this shit to you.
but Let's finish watching Tim Dillon.
No,
That's the real question.
no. It
Did it
didn't.
have to be
Yeah,
special?
and I'm not one of these guys who like
That's not-
hates
that's-
on Brendan.
that's not
Like,
shitting
he's
on
a
him.
nice guy, and I know he's trying to be, but the question is, with that particular thing, you go, did that have to be?
I said this on Real Life Podcast. He should have friends going, because here's the thing. He is a charming dude, right?
Yes.
And Lewis saying the same thing as Steve Burns said the last clip. You know, he has friends. Where's his friends at, essentially? Why aren't they telling him not to put this out?
And I think, I don't know at all, but I think there's probably something. He's probably he probably makes his friends laugh, right?
Probably makes
Yeah,
his
I
friends
think
laugh.
that he's really great at podcasting on that specific show
For that
audience.
Yeah.
For that
Which
audience.
they want MMA.
Crazy.
That
There's
goes
an
back to your point,
audience
John.
of people in America that want what he does, and he does it for them. I am not that audience.
Of course.
But that's fair.
But that's fair.
None of us are that audience. I would like to meet, that audience maybe, because I feel like we'd be able to sell them what we got going on. You know what I mean?
I do. I
If they're
think
eating
so.
up Brendan Shaw, bro, it's like, come on.
Because we go after the people that audience is for.
Exactly. But I mean, just on
But
an
not
entertainment side.
Not like I don't hate Brendan Schaub. I just dislike the fact that he's like a poser for comedy.
He's a fraud, but
It's the same thing as like MGK.
Same thing.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
We all go out.
'Cause
and
I don't
try to
care
figure
about-
out-
yeah.
Everyone stinks at comedy for the first 5-10 years.
20, 30 years.
There's a fucking minimum of 5. If you
not
get
true.
good and start getting shit
Under
at
5?
5, that's like fast.
rare.
That's fast.
One of the
Michael
only people
Che, like-
who's my best friend, and he's
Pete
one
Davidson,
of the people.
You're talking about guys that like they got like
it's rare.
very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare. And you see it and you're like, God damn, dude, those guys got good and they got good
Yeah.
fast and they started getting things.
I was pretty rare. I got pretty good pretty quickly, but again, I didn't really pop until I started doing this.
Yeah, of course.
That was what I needed to do.
So, but that's the thing. That's like
'Cause stand-up
you-
is
you
kind of
shouldn't-
gay and
stand-up,
stupid.
When we came up, you didn't
Stand-up's
even,
kind of gay and dumb.
yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's when I watch Brendan do that.
This is a
it's
great point
like
he's about to make.
I go, here's a big tough guy who I should just see in a Ferrari, and he should be able to rip people's faces off
Yeah.
with his catcher mid hands. And I see him running around the stage going, "Oh!"
It's
I go,
silly.
"You're gay now. You've
yeah.
become gay.
You were.
Why are you gay?"
He was.
And right there, man. I mean, that's a great point. It's stand-up comedy is an odd thing, right? It's a very ego-driven thing. It doesn't take a team for stand-up. Maybe you have a couple writers, but a lot of these guys swear by that. It's just them writing their material. So let's take that at face value, and let's say that it's just them. Joe Rogan just writes his shit by himself. It's just a one-man thing. There's no checks and balances that go along with it. And it's very ego-driven. It's like, I just sold out Madison Square Garden. It's like, I'm at the top of the podcast game. It's, to think that there's not ego involved in just because these guys have, they're on a big level on a big stage, to think that there's not ego involved or jealousy that goes along with it. Just the ickiness of just bad traits, you know what I mean? That goes along with this game. To think that doesn't happen, man, is foolish, because it definitely does happen. And what Tim is kind of saying is, stand up in a sense is kind of ridiculous when you really break it down. What is actually happening? Like, there's someone on stage trying to make a whole audience of 5,000 plus people laugh
From
laugh
all over, like people, just random people.
It's like, bro, why can't the audience, like, why can't you find a friend to laugh with? You know what I mean? It's like you're going, paying money to laugh. I mean, it is bizarre at its core, but, to each their own. To each their own.
People, though, are bashing ridiculous shit. Like, it should be like it should be like that.
Yeah.
Like, because you could go see good stand-up comedy, and it's awesome.
Well, yeah, and there's
when
people
you
who
see something like that, like the Uncle Cracker. You can. This sucks. Like,
yeah,
I'm glad. Like, that shows me that people are like still normal.
Yeah,
a little bit. There's a little sliver. That's so weird that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah, it's
2022.
Let's finish this clip out. There's only probably like 2.5 more minutes left, and then we're gonna get into the Gringo Papi, ladies and gentlemen, for a full watch.
Oh my God!
Live
So,
reaction here.
Live. We have not watched the stand-up special yet, so we are all. You guys are gonna join us. We are all gonna watch this together.
We're gonna do a laugh tracker.
And I know it's been out for about 2.5 weeks and some change, but I just couldn't bring myself to watch it. I think it's only last time I checked, it's about 900,000 views, which isn't much. Brendan's goal was trying to get 1 million.
Oh, he's gonna get it.
And I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't.
Just from bullshit clout, not from being like good.
Usually, a YouTube video, good YouTube video, pops within the first week or so. After that, it kind of dies. So maybe over time he'll get 1 million, but he didn't get it right off the bat, which is the most important time.
A fucking knight. He was a knight. He's a knight. And now he's a jester.
Now he's gay.
He's a gay jester.
He's a gay man. He's a fully gay man. When you watch the special, he's like, woo! And you go, what? Why? What is this disease of? Maybe they should come out next week. What is this?
You're 6 foot. You're 6'6". You're an Adonis. You could beat up 99% of the people in the world.
You can kill men and fuck women, and you don't have to fuck these skanks at the comedy store. Fuck hot women.
Annie Letterman.
Fuck hot
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, man.
And he's fully gay on stage in Dallas in front of 45 people being like, the lion is at my door. It's just, it's puzzling.
It's
wow.
When you don't need it. When you don't need it.
Dude, this is better than this is better than if we had a trailer.
Oh yeah.
I'm sold. I gotta watch this now.
I feel bad shitting on his comedy.
It's gonna be a train
people's
wreck.
comedy.
No. Me saying you shouldn't be a comedian is the highest respect
thing.
I can pay you.
Yeah.
Me saying you shouldn't be a comedian is the highest respect I could pay you.
What does that tell you?
Yikes, guys. I mean,
oh man.
Just say it's not good. I mean, why go around like beat around the bush? Why not just say, Brandon, listen, you got work to do. Simple.
Yeah.
Simple. But instead, it's this whole song and dance.
Dancing around.
How I can't say you're not good, but I'm saying you're not good.
But
at
look
the
at this
same
guy.
time.
This guy's and to go off his point, and I know Brendan has made this point in other shows we broke down here, where he was like, I know I look like I should be this big tough guy, but like it hurts my feelings. It's like, dude, you're a comedian.
Yeah.
You're a public figure. You're a podcaster. Right. You're in every fucking medium you can think of that asks for people to have an opinion about you. It's always going to be that way.
Swallow your feelings, Brendan.
Dude, you cannot be as thin as this fucking cloth.
Yeah.
You will not last in either profession.
Neither.
Yeah, because he's not really a comedian.
This guy,
never
for being...
you don't just get that skin, or learn.
No, it's just... You either have it or you don't.
Funny,
yeah, you're born
and then
with
you meet someone that can write your jokes, and then if you have the delivery and are a funny person, and then you get experience, it can work out. But if you're just unfunny, like he's a fighter lifting dude, like of course he's got no.
He's a meathead.
Like, of course, bro. Yeah, like.
But there's a section of the internet that likes that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just
bizarre.
Just a bunch of just meathead bro dudes, like Chad type dudes, just
like,
sitting around and just.
Who knows, dude? They might be bots.
Talking 1,000,000 miles per hour, just like they've been,
on Adderall.
They've been on Adderall for 3 days straight.
Bro. And they listen to Joe Rogan. It's like they're aliens. Or something.
No, it's a cult, dude. It's like it's the Joe Rogan cult.
Oh, it's a rat
you know
race.
What's funny? I never liked Joe Rogan podcast. Like I would watch clips of it when it's a guest that like I like. And I always
that's
be
when
like,
I actually liked
sucks.
to listen to it, when there was guests that I was interested in hearing their story.
He always like the way he tries to pull shit, make them like they said stuff that he's like planting on them almost.
Well, his problem is,
or like talking about what he does. It's like, bro, no one gives a fuck about
a
you.
A lot of the show is him talking about hunting and outdoorsy
his shit,
animals.
Right. Like, bro, no one gives a fuck.
He went from being an interviewer, which he was actually good at, to being this facilitator of this unproven, unscientific knowledge that he just kind of spews out there.
Yeah, and he did his interview with Elon Musk. And I was like, this one will be sick.
And I mean, granted, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my God, we have to cancel Rogan because he's spouting off all these medical and scientific things that aren't proven.
Yeah,
it's like,
just
don't listen to it.
Well, I mean, so I don't even think, at the end of the day, Rogan even truly believes in the things
I don't think he believes half the shit he says.
Well, because if you look back at earlier Rogan...
It's just name dropping.
If you look back at earlier Rogan, a lot of it was him, kind of conspiracies and aliens and just what is this whole thing we call life? I'm not going to get...
Thought-provoking,
exactly. As the years went on, it kind of, like I said, it kind of got more safe. It kind of got more corporatized, and... now he's at the point where he can't go off on a full tangent. He can't, entertain some of those older thoughts that he used to have. But, he can every now and then feed a little bit to that audience. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if that audience left him, that's a huge part of his show that would leave. So every so often he's got to appease those people. And whether he believes it or not, remains to be seen. I think it's just, he knows how to work the system, and he's doing what he's got to do.
And that little bit of backlash that comes from it outweighs.
It outweighs it. He's getting
the community of listeners that still stay on board.
He's
right?
getting the coin.
Sure.
Let's finish out this clip, and then we got the Gringo Papi coming up right after this.
Oh, shit.
If I look at you and go, you shouldn't really do comedy, it's me going... You are better than this.
Yeah.
I truly believe he's better than this.
Yeah, we all
until you start to do this.
This was nobody's
Doesn't even make sense.
plan.
Nobody
doesn't.
No, I was a little kid being like, dude, I want to fucking dance like a monkey for strangers,
right?
And pray to God that they like me and that they react to my words in a club,
yes,
or I won't feel anything.
That's right.
That's crazy. That's pathetic. Really, honestly,
yeah.
if aliens came down and watched us doing comedy,
it's gay.
Making these sounds.
And I don't even mean gay like having sex with men. I mean it's just cringe.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
It's a little pathetic. I feel embarrassed that I need the validation of strangers, and others should too. And even though we make people happy, it comes from the need.
Yeah.
And I just feel like knowing that is.
I would give up your happiness for my happiness. Just
right.
so everyone knows. Their happiness is inconsequential in this.
It means nothing to any. When people say to me, they're like, "Your podcast got me through the quarantine." I'm like, "You have no idea what it's done for me." I'm like, "I'm glad it's helped you, and it makes me feel good that it's helped them." But I'm like,
you cope with
to be honest,
your mom dying.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm glad it helped you, but it really helped me. I'm
fucking having a weird fucking muscle spasm in my stomach.
All right, and that's where kind of the clip kind of drifts off. But we could kind of put a pin in that. That's really all it is.
They kind of echoed the same sentiment that we've been echoing here. Is
for the first hour of the show, everything is kind of remains the same. Brendan, at the end of the day, where is his friends, quote unquote friends?
Yeah, and I really feel like his constant chasing of validation is that that need to find that friend in high places kind of deal.
And I said this to you earlier, Mario, too, that a lot of this is driven by when someone starts an art form, no matter what art form that is, whether it be music or comedy or just art in its purest form, and drawing or painting, whatever it is that you're doing. When people start this, journey, they're looking for the validation of everybody. When it's like, that's never going to happen.
You can't please everybody all the time.
So it's
impossible.
And this is where we find ourselves
in life and in art. It is impossible.
I'm going to dump one out here.
Yeah, we're going to need it
for the Gringo Papi.
We are going to need it.
We've made it to the main feast of the night. We still have more to get to, ladies and gentlemen, after this, but we are going to get into the Gringo Papi full watch.
Gather around.
Brendan Schaub,
drink.
Don't censor our segment here, Brendan Schaub. We're just simply breaking down your comedy special and leaving remarks on it. It's fair use policy, in my opinion, and really, it's a fact. It's not my opinion; it's a fact.
I'm nervous.
We're doing what your friends should have done before you put this special out.
All right, I got to give you whiskey for you to cheers me, Mario.
Yeah, gonna need it.
So, yeah, everyone, without further ado, pour one up, light one up. Brendan Schaub.
In the morning. Smoke weed every day. Oh, yeah.
Brendan Schaub, everyone. The Gringo Papi, what you've all been waiting for, what you've all came here to see.
Gather around. Here we go.
I feel sick to the stomach, bro.
Dude,
Already.
The anticipation.
Brendan Schaub, Gringo Papi.
Look at that line. All 50 people out there ready to get in.
Don't pull this down, YouTube, Facebook. Don't
Look
pull
at
it
how
down.
red that guy's flannel is in the middle. Holy shit.
Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers to a fun reaction. Thick Boy Squad. What the hell kind of intro music is this?
That's his brand, the Thick Boy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What's up, Dallas?
the Gringo Papi.
Here we go.
Look at you guys.
Looks like he's
I'm
going
not
to play
used to
pool.
this. Dallas a little different. There's some ladies in the crowd tonight. I am not used to that. My demo.
Not used to that. It's having ladies in the crowd. All right, Brendan.
18 to 36 bros. That's what I specialize in. It's a real cock fest usually at these things.
Well, look at all the podcasts.
I don't mind it though. I'm the bro whisperer. That's what they call me. Are we vaccinated up in here?
So I want you guys to pay attention to the angles that his editing team and his camera team and his team in general came out. When they're in the green room and they're editing, they're thinking of a million different ways. How can we make this look good? That's the only thought in their mind. How can we make this look good, and how can we sell this? How could this get the most? It's maximum. Maximum outreach. It's utilizing everything you have and making it look bigger than what it actually is. It's the oldest trick in the book, and that's what his editing team is going to be good at here. So when we get these cutaway clips to the audience, yeah, you see audience members, and the regular person automatically just thinks, oh, there's people there. Look in the background and look how many people are actually attending, and that should tell you everything.
And look
right
at the
there.
people around versus the person that the camera's focused directly
Exactly.
on.
That's on his team, because you're right. A special should be at like an arena.
Well,
you know what I mean?
but it's like we say with
Mad
music.
fucking
It's like
people there,
when-
and
when-
have camera angles. This is like a cell phone.
when you
Yeah,
shoot a
like
set for
one frame
for a band, you want to try to get cool crowd shots and get people reacting.
Engaged, yeah.
So it's like the same thing with this, where it's like that just makes it look like John said, like bigger than what it is.
Right.
Here, Dallas, everybody vaccinated?
So I mean,
Still using vaccine jokes.
Dicey.
yeah, Brandon, we're on to monkeypox now.
Look at that face.
I love you, Texas. That's how it is. I love it. I love it. There's always one guy. No fucking way, bro. That needle's not touching this fucking temple, daddy. As he says, he's taking a nacho, dipping in nacho cheese. Oh, my bad, Mr. Whole Foods. My bad. Yeah, whatever you want to do, man. This whole vaccination stuff, I'm not anti-vax, man. I'm vaccinated, but it's all in their marketing. They fucked this whole thing up in their marketing. Without Operation Warp Speed, when they launched that, remember they're trying to get everybody to get vaccinated? And they're like, yeah, go to Krispy Kreme, buy a dozen donuts, get vaccinated. Like,
What? Go to
Huh?
Krispy Kreme and get a dozen donuts.
I
and
remember
get,
that.
And get vaccinated.
You know,
Remember, go to CVS. And, like, book
I
your
might have.
appointment.
I think I went to Rite Aid for mine.
Did you go to Krispy Kreme?
I did not. I do enjoy a glazed Krispy Kreme though with some coffee.
Did I hear this correctly? And look at his face right there. I mean, he knows off rip he's bombing.
That's
You
the
think he
face
was
of.
wasted? I kind of feel like he's wasted.
Doesn't
right
he look
now.
high?
Yeah, or
Yeah,
like high.
something,
Yeah,
like on a
something.
Xanax or
Yeah,
something.
That's the
well, he had
face
a
of-
drink in his hand.
He's
Maybe
looking
it's late
backstage.
at night, bro.
Yeah.
He's looking backstage and thinking, "Did that one land? Huh?"
Let's
No?
walk here.
Well, he's not
Look,
telling jokes so far. He just says like bro talks.
no confidence in the
Yeah.
face. I mean, is that a face? When you see somebody, is that a face of confidence?
So far, this stand-up, it reminds me of like, and he has the look for it too. the guy that comes up into the club, sees the single chick at the bar, buys her a drink, and just starts trying to be a fucking comedian. That's how all this is played out.
Yeah, you
far.
can't really fake stand-up comedy till you make it because it's chain. Like when you get heckled, you got to know how to handle that and flip it and like make everyone like. If you don't like, this is a disaster. And his team has a lot to do with it. I don't feel bad for Brendan Schaub because ultimately he makes a decision to want to be a comedian. He's got no business doing that. But like your team should help you
Advise
or your
you.
friends.
Advise you.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it should be his
this
friends.
shouldn't have came out.
If they're his friends, dude, I'd expect you guys, if I did something like this, you guys be like, listen.
Dude, yo, like,
what are you doing?
we can work on it. Don't put this out for
Yeah,
you.
don't
like,
put it
let's
out
do
yet.
another one.
Or, let's work on
We'll
it.
work
and
on it.
Let's
Right.
perfect it, and we'll put it out when it's ready.
Well, like I said, you go to the comedy store.
I think we're gonna cash in because
We're gonna cash in, and that's all they
and
care
it's like,
about,
dude,
dude.
not if it sucks. Like that's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
That's
Right.
all they care about.
You go to the comedy store, you test out some material for like 15 minutes to a half hour, and you see what works.
Right.
Simple.
That's it.
Krispy Kreme.
All right, let's get it back into it. Krispy Kreme donut and vaccine.
When they
Really, the
launched that,
funniest
remember the
stand-ups or sorry,
You're
but they're when like they're just coming up with it on the top. Like
A lot of
improv,
times, yeah.
improv,
Improv.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
those are the best stand-ups because it's it's happening
or
in
they-
real time.
or they're able
they
to-
start fucking with the crowd. and
Right,
shit,
they're able to
like,
improv off the
work
crowd.
Off the crowd.
Crowd work, yeah.
That's good stand-up
yeah,
comedy because it's not pre-planned.
Yeah.
So it's how funny is that person?
You
on
can
the
see
spot.
he's kind of doing
Yeah.
like the tell a joke and like, huh?
He's not even telling jokes. He's just like saying outrageous, like internet,
whatever,
internet
whatever.
shit, like TikTok shit, like
there might
saying
as well be-
outrageous things, and then let people thinking what they want, and then he laughs, hoping to get like
get
a
a
reaction laugh.
We might as well have
Yeah.
the big laugh, the big neon sign that says laugh.
Yeah,
and just
well,
blink.
You're eating a nacho and then got COVID. Like that's the kind of shit. Like, what are you talking about?
Right. And Krispy Kreme.
You got to
it's
be
what are we
like
doing here?
smart and witty and.
You call
Oh,
me
yeah,
fat,
yeah.
Brendan?
Yeah.
I like Krispy Kreme and nachos and cheese.
Let's get
You
back
son
into
of a
it.
bitch.
We got a longer. Well, it's not really that long. It's 25 minutes. But here, let's get into it.
Everybody get vaccinated, and they're like, "Yeah, go to Krispy Kreme, buy a dozen donuts, get vaccinated." Like,
Oof.
the fuck? That makes sense. Fat people are like, "Hell yeah, fuck this." It was so confusing. I remember I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, Mama, are you getting vaccinated?" She's all, "I wasn't," and then you know I love donuts and fucking. Remember the first dumbass that messed it all up for everybody, scared the shit out of from getting vaccinated? Remember that idiot?
Oh, and then a slip. And look, I slip up on words all the time, but
Ooh, we play that back real quick.
Dumbass that messed it all up for everybody. Remember the first dumbass that messed it all up for everybody, scared the shit out of from getting vaccinated?
like there's no cadence, and
Yeah.
that's
he's got no.
It's not about the mess up.
flow.
It's about the cadence. I mean, if there was some sort of cadence, and this is your second special now, you're putting it out as a special. So for us to critique it as a special, you know, it's going to be looked at as a special. That's what you're putting it out
Right, you
as.
have to have a delivery to your
Yeah,
jokes.
I mean, listen to this.
Remember the
Very
first
choppy.
dumbass that messed it all up for everybody, scared the shit out of from getting vaccinated? Remember that idiot? He was all over the news stations. The first moron to get that Johnson & Johnson. Clearly a meth addict. They just... Nobody checked into his background. Remember that? They put him on the news. He's sweaty as shit. He was on all the major broadcasts. He's like, "Holy shit, dude! Yeah, I got it done. I got that Johnson & Johnson, bro. I don't feel good, bro. I can't stop sweating, bro. I feel like I'm going wings, bro."
Just obnoxious
I'm
yelling.
gonna lay low for a little bit on the vaccination. I'm just gonna... Remember that moron?
No.
No, I
It's
can't
all
recall.
marketing, man. Like, they need to hire some just a dime piece actor we've never heard of. Just blast him all over the news, right? Just somebody who's fine. Get him on there and just put him all over the news, all over the nation. Like, yeah, dude, I got the Johnson & Johnson. I feel pretty good. I feel great, actually. If I'm being honest, one side effect, I just want to be up front with everybody, goddamn dick's down to here. Just fucking...
Do you think Brendan paid these guys to be in the audience?
No, only
Some?
because we saw the ticket prices of when we were going to go in Philly to heckle
True.
him.
Yeah, this is true.
Um,
You don't think anybody he paid? Some?
maybe in the front. I mean, I don't know. Like to me,
'Cause,
so
like, why
so
is this
far.
Guy, why is it? I mean, why is this guy laughing? I mean, that's my question.
That's what I was gonna say. So far, these are like the kind of jokes that I've heard people make like
a million times
in high school, in the locker room in high school. Like, I don't know. To me, it's like there's low hanging fruit, and then there's like this. This is just like taking that low hanging fruit and not trying to put your own spin on it, just trying to just like say whatever you think is funny. And it's like you said, there's no real delivery to these jokes. Like,
or thought.
Part of being a comedian, and he doesn't even do the whole body language comedy well, because like his comes off as more cringy than it does funny. Like when you watch some comedians, the way they say certain things, or like their body moves, or the way they like,
he looks fucked up. Sorry,
it
Look
does.
at it. I think, but also I seen other stand-ups and he's just not funny too. But I feel like this was such a bomb because he's fucked up, bro.
I mean, he might have had a few more drinks than normal, but
he probably had some Xanax and a couple
some
whiskey
Xanny
gingers,
bars.
dude.
Oh,
I know
shit.
those eyes, Brendan
a little
Schaub.
Seagrams and Coke.
Smoke weed every day.
Maurice just got CTE, bro.
Could be
You know,
from
as one
getting
side effect,
punched and
I
kicked
just
in the
wanna get
head.
front of everybody.
The
Goddamn
UFC.
dicks down to here.
Look at this guy in the front row.
Just staring at him like
that's
You
not
have
that
a
funny
line
to
of
clap.
bros at CVS just like
staring and clapping like a fucking
nut riders, though.
absolute dick rider, man. Oh, sorry, yawning too early.
It's good to be in Dallas, man. You
So
guys
remember crowd work shots?
Yeah.
How many people can we count here on screen?
5 people.
You know,
6.
But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll count 8. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, you're looking behind.
8 in one camera frame.
Yeah.
And they
Shooting
all
that side of the room.
And they all have the look of, well, I'm at a comedy show, so I'm in a good mood, so I have to chuckle a little bit.
Look at the lady in the black shirt that's blurry in the middle.
Her.
No, the one right next to her to the left.
In the background.
Her. Yeah.
Her. All right, then look at that door in the back.
Okay.
There's fucking no one there
Nobody.
between
That's what I'm
that
saying.
lady at the front
That's
of
what
the
I'm saying.
stage
The whole
and
side
the
of the
door.
room.
Yeah.
The whole side of the room.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, I want to meet some of these people, man, and just like be like, I just want to ask them why.
Why are you here?
What are you doing? But anyway, let's get back into it. We're only 4 minutes in.
It's good to be in Dallas, man. You guys do it right. It's good to be in Dallas. I know. Yeah.
Okay, so more of a crowd shot. So here, just to give them the benefit of the doubt, this is like the whole room right here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't tell if that's another person, but 5, 6, 7,
People
8
are setting up the show for him too. They're not
9,
real fans. Like
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we'll just say there's another 10 back there. That's what, 24 people?
Yeah, and probably like 16 of them are real viewers. Like
Yeah.
he probably 8 are like his entourage and team, whoever's you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And-
cameraman and
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
all that shit.
And the one thing he keeps
Friends.
doing, he keeps shouting out Dallas, hoping that he can keep them on his side and
Yeah.
laughing at this cringe fest.
Yeah. Let's get back into it. 4 minutes.
Absolute cringe.
Got a little bit ways to go here.
Yeah.
So about 14 people we see.
There's a reason I shoot
And
my
the whole
special
frame.
here, man. You guys just give me so much love. I absolutely love Texas, man. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I haven't touched a mask since I touched down. It is fantastic. LA is not like this, y'all. LA is North Korea with a beach. It is fucking. But they give us Wi-Fi, so that's cool. They're talking about locking us back down. I can't go through another lockdown. Straight up, the shop household barely made it through the last one. We eked our way out of that last one. We did not do well with it. Also, Dallas, my lockdown's different. I got a 5-year-old and 2-year-old. Parents know what I'm talking about. I would rather do anything else than be locked down with those fucking demons 24/7. We're not even locked down. My girl was fighting with me the other week. We get locked down, we're fucked. She was fighting with me. Fucking, Fauci, Delta, mask, what are we gonna do? I was thinking to myself, oh my God, my life would be so much easier if I was just gay as shit.
Why would it be easier? What's the joke there?
Yeah, because like
I don't get it.
I don't know. If
I don't get
I
it.
mean, I feel like, and I really feel like a gay person would look at that and be like, well,
Well, it just doesn't make it doesn't make sense. It's like why would your life be easier? because it's
because you don't have to deal with a nagging wife.
A
Is that
nagging wife?
so? He's pulling the nagging wife routine from the '90s,
Okay.
like the '80s and the '90s of the.
But that's a far-fetched way to get to that.
You know, like those like old sitcoms where it was like I hate my wife and my
yeah.
miserable kids.
Yeah.
And
That's it. Yeah. No. Yeah. Like what was that one TV show?
Married with Children.
Yeah, Married.
But you know what? The difference between this and that is Ed O'Neill's fucking hysterical.
Compared to
and that show's fucking hysterical.
Yeah. All right, let's get back into it.
If I was locked down with the bros, Dallas, quarantine with the homies, you know how much more fun we would have? Oh my God, dude.
So he's promoting being
We'd
a
like play
shitty
video
dad.
games all day. We'd work out.
Yeah, he don't care about his kids.
At night, we'd fuck each other.
Oh my God, fuck each other.
The fuck no.
Wow, this is fucking
We play
cringe.
video games, bro.
This is brutal, dude.
We're about 6 minutes
It's a
in.
fucking man child.
I love that. No, fuck no, I'm not into
Tim
that.
Dillon
bro.
was right. He was pretty gay.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's gay. And you know what? And like you said, it's not even in like a hey, you're just a homosexual. It's like this is just. I guess it kind of is, but
Shit, dude.
What are you gonna do, bro? You're
This
bored.
is social media humor.
This is I don't even know what humor, dude.
and we're
it
in
is.
it. We live in a society now where that's like
Wait,
the
like
norm.
just quick
dream,
blurts of
Dallas.
stupidity.
Right.
Like, and that's not stand up.
No.
You know what I mean?
But that's-
the internet should stay on the internet.
That's for everybody's like attention spans though.
Today. Yeah, exactly.
Keeps everybody. Oh, look at these.
But even these guys, I mean, they're not thrilled. I mean,
Pathetic,
we're
man.
6 minutes in.
Look at this
and-
guy's face.
Look at his face.
This guy's like, I want my money back,
I think.
dude.
Well, I think, bro. What we're gonna find out is the crowd actually starts to boo Brendan Schaub into this.
Oh shit.
So let's see. If we
Oh
can get to
hell
that.
yeah.
We're about 6 minutes in here.
Blinking dream. I never thought I'd say this to a live audience. One thing that I'm grateful for the governor of California, Governor Newsom, for locking us down for an entire year and ruining small businesses. Because I wouldn't have realized this unless I was locked down with my family for an entire year. I realized my girl's not cool. She's just not. She's not a friendly human being. I married a goddamn rattlesnake. She's like. This is my girl. This is my girl, man. This is what I'm dealing with. Yo, listen, LA's different than Texas. They just opened up my son's school last week. He hasn't been in school in a fucking year. They just opened it last week, first day of kindergarten. So I got him his first day outfit, looking all fucking fly, dope kicks, giant backpack, backwards hat, looks just like me. I'm walking up for school. I'm like, dude, it's about to be lit as fuck. All his little friends out front in their first day outfits. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are cute as shit. I need to document this. I go, T, get tight. There's a bunch of you squeezing tight. Daddy's gonna take a picture. Ready? Cheese on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cheese. They're all cheese. I take out my phone. I'm all, hell yeah. I snap a pic. I text it to my girl. She gets it. She looks at it. She goes, crop out the uglies. Resend. What? Excuse me? I said, you're in a group chat with other parents, dumbass. Savage, y'all. Savage.
Is she a savage or a scumbag?
She just sounds like a cunt.
Yeah.
I mean,
That sounds
pardon,
like a lie
pardon
to
my
me.
French.
You bloody
I married a
cunt.
Mexican, y'all. I married a Mexican.
Maybe that's it. Maybe Brendan Schaub's fan base is people who just crossed over into the border without a green card,
Dude,
and they're
you
like
got it.
4 days in and being
And they're just like,
alien,
oh, so this
illegal.
is what America is.
This is stand-up comedy.
I thought you would like
Fuck,
that. Listen.
This is a cringe fest,
Listen,
dude.
I think we figured it out.
I thought you guys would
Mario, real quick before we go back into this, we're gonna do another twisted chop.
Please.
enjoy that. Listen, Dallas, I don't mean like
I need to
Taco
be
Bell
twisted
Mexican.
to watch this.
I'm talking Guadalajara. Born and raised. Came to the
Pulling
States
out
10 years
Pussycat.
ago. Illegally Mexican.
Around.
Oh, yeah. Saucy.
The real deal, Holyfield. Y'all, this shit is... I dated a lot of white girls, big titties and flat asses before her, and it just never worked out for me. It just would never work out. And I'll never forget this. One of my boys goes, dude, Papi, what are you doing, bro? Get with a Latina, bro. You know why? Because they're fun and they're spicy. No doubt, definitely spicy. Girl spicy, right? Girl spicy. You know what spicy means? They're assholes. That's what that means. Sorry, man. Dude, when we first got together, she was cooking authentic Mexican food 7 nights a week. I'm not used to this. I was like, what? Fajitas every Wednesday? Fuck yeah. No, dumbass. Not fajitas every Wednesday. Real Mexican dishes, y'all. Real shit from the motherland. I'm talking huevos rancheros. Carne asada. Pico de gallo. And my favorite, chili. Every night, though, 7 years later, every fucking night, I know I look Latin, this girl know who I am. She's like, honey, what the fuck is happening right now? Is he not a Puerto Rican shortstop for the Dodgers? What the fuck's happening? Dude, I did that 23andMe.
That might have been
I
his
did that
first
shit.
joke that was
Spin
kind
the
of
cup,
funny.
you mail your DNA in. I did that. They sent me a drive, made it.
I wouldn't say kind of funny. I would just say makes sense.
It's already
Or,
too
yeah.
late, though. He
Yeah.
already is bombing
That's
so
the
hard
first-
that you're.
well,
and,
no,
like, it makes it harder.
That's a good point, though. That's the first joke that he said that's actually like had a delivery and a punchline that was actually like a full thought out joke.
Yeah. And we're 10 minutes
We're
in.
just too far.
He's back.
Got 15 minutes left of this.
I am white as shit, Dallas. Yeah. White person handout, page 7, bitch. I need a fucking tater tot once a week. Would a fucking Hot Pocket kill you every now and then? Every time dinner would come, I'm like, oh, does she really think beans go with every goddamn meal? Is she serious? She for reals? Every time dinner would come, like, does it ever occur to her? Maybe Brendan's not trying to shit his pants tonight. How about that? Fuck. Every time dinner would come, my asshole would go like this. Fuck, bro. Fuck, bro. Fuck. We're dying down here, Papi. It's so spicy, bro.
Wow.
Jesus.
I've never been thicker since I got with a Mexican, man.
Tim Dillon was right.
Thick with 3 fucking C's.
This is just
Dude,
brutal,
every day,
man.
bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese. I'm like, what the hell, man?
This is
We're
actually
carb
kind
load
of
year
depressing.
round?
Dude, I'm like,
Never tailor off the carbs? That's a game
I'm a little part bored, little parts like
What?
feeling
It's
like,
like trying, feel bad for him.
I'm
'cause
feeling
it's
like-
it's not supposed to go like that.
I'm feeling like empathy.
Well, it's up to you guys. I mean, we could continue watching another. We could continue watching the whole thing, or another 5 minutes, and move on. It's up to you guys. I mean, it's rough. It's probably gonna be like this for the
Let's
next.
I mean,
peruse it.
dude.
I want to get through the end to see if he gets booed.
All right, let's just get.
All
through
right,
it.
all right.
We just gotta power through it.
Wow. All
We're
right.
all gonna be built like armadillos?
Who's this one person that just keeps
Just.
hacking up?
It's his mom.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I got so thick in the pandemic.
Talk about a
I
plant in the
decided to go on a
crowd.
keto diet. If you know what keto is a diet where you can't eat Mexican food. That's the diet. It's pretty easy to stick to, man. Just don't touch a fucking tortilla. You know what I'm saying? Here's my problem, though. Here's my problem. Every Friday, my mother-in-law cooks my favorite Mexican food at my house. She has her own house, but does that at mine. It makes no sense. So before I started this keto diet, I went up to my girl. I go, hey, you know I love your mom. Her food, best in the world. It's my favorite. That's why I'm so fucking fat. Listen, do me a favor, though. I don't want to be tempted.
A little self-deprecation, which, you know, Brendan by any means isn't fat. I mean, for a lot of people, for most people in the world today, this is actually good shape. You know,
He's like a pro athlete. Dude.
It's his way of trying to connect
Well,
with
it's
the common
self-deprecation.
person
Yeah, it's
and be
self-deprecating.
self-deprecating and try to be a little more vulnerable.
Yeah.
One in the house. Do me a favor. Tell your mom I'm on keto. Can you do that? She goes, why don't you tell her? She speaks English. I went, but she doesn't, though. But she doesn't.
What?
You keep saying that, and she clearly fucking doesn't.
His mom don't speak English or something.
Yeah, I don't even.
Do me a solid. Tell her I'm on fucking keto, okay? 8 weeks goes by. Your boy hasn't touched a fucking tortilla. Nothing. I walk in the house last Friday. Sure enough, there's a fucking fiesta of my favorite food. You know how, like, Theo Von can't bring down cocaine? Can't bring down cocaine. Fiesta! Nothing. I walk in the house last Friday. Sure enough, there's a fucking fiesta of my favorite food.
That's,
You know how, like, Theo Von can't bring down
Disgusting.
cocaine? You know how, like, he struggles with cocaine? Like, if there was cocaine on the table right now, he'd fucking snort it from right field. You feel me?
Damn.
Throwing Theo
God
under the
bless.
bus.
Yeah.
Theo's supposed to be
That's
clean.
iron with
Ragging
fucking
him, tagging
Mazola.
him.
I see it, dude.
From the
I will
top
fucking
rope.
take it to the snout. I can't be around it. I see it, I eat it. So I walked in, I go, Mama, you know I love Mama, what are you doing? I know you know, I'm on keto. I know you know, somebody told you I'm on keto. She goes, mijo, bueno, ándale, mijo. Cabron, look, cabron. She grabs this tray, she goes, cabron, look, taquitos. It's keto, bitch.
Oh my.
Ah.
All right, so we're about 13 in. Do you want me to go like towards like the 19-minute mark?
Keto to keto.
Taquitos, brother.
Oh wow, that's big brained.
All right, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
to about.
this is rough, homie.
Whew.
I'm gonna go to 19. Actually, I'm gonna 1946. What a good year that was.
This is some advanced shit, man. I think
first
maybe he bombed it on purpose.
Maybe. Just
Maybe he just said, "Fuck this. I'm gonna go out and just do this fucking shit, fucking
He's like-
stink fest
He's
of a."
like, you know how, like, people know I'm not the best comedian, but what I can do is get people talking. So what I'll do is I'll just completely bomb, and now everyone will talk about me.
Schlubs like us talking about it
Yeah.
to where I'm gonna spend the next
Yep.
6 months writing material.
It's like I don't give Brendan Schaub that much credit, though. You know, let me just
No,
specify that.
That's why, yeah, I was like, is this kind of just some kind
A
of like
huge troll? A troll?
super troll, like
No.
really big brain scheme here, or is this just like this guy up
Just-
here
he
just
actually sucks.
completely fucking bombing this special?
All right, so we had to move forward here. We're at 1948. We were at like the.
Oh,
13
hold on, I gotta readjust.
Readjust. We're gonna keep it playing here. We got about 5 minutes left.
48 I watch? I'm like, we got 48 hours, bro. Let's get going here, man. What I didn't know is you can narrow it down to your hood. You can narrow it down right to your neighborhood. It's dope. You can narrow it right down. So I'm like, ooh, let's see what's popping this new neighborhood of mine. 2 doors down, Jerry goes, hey, man, this mountain lion ate my goddamn dogs. Somebody needs to do something. Jesus Christ. I'm like, that is not good. Diane, right next door to me, goes, yeah, I used to be the fucking cat lady. Not anymore. That mountain lion ripped my goddamn cat's head off and ate all of them. My kids saw it from the window. We can't sleep at night. Somebody needs to do something. Like, this is not good. Then David, right next door to me, David goes, yeah, the same mountain lion stole my Amazon package. I'm all, all right, dude. But that gives me the idea. I'm like, ooh, I know how I'm going to introduce myself to the new neighbors. I'm going to take care of this little kitty problem for them. That's what I'm going to do. This is going to be easy work. But I need to buy a gun. I need to go buy a gun. Listen, Dallas, I've never owned a gun, never shot a gun, played Call of Duty twice. I'll figure it out. So I go into my local LA gun store. Again, I've never bought a gun. I got so hustled in there. I got so bamboozled, dude. Listen, I've never shot a gun. I walked out with an AR-15, like the red laser thing on top of it. I walked out with the Zero Dark 30 Navy SEAL night vision helmet. What? I was like, dude, 19 grand for all this? Hell yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, it's a steal, bro. No, I'll wear it out. No, I can see everything, dude. That cat's fucked, bro. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. And I'll let you know, man. Yeah, thank you. Dude, killer deal. So I get home. Listen, I've never owned a gun. I'm hyped up. I'm loading the gun. I got my fucking night vision on. I'm like, this shit is fucking dope, dude. In my head, I'm like, right, this is how I'm envisioning this, right? That cat shows up at 3 a.m. every night, right? So I'll be sleeping. It's 3 a.m. It's late. I'll be sleeping, right? I'm gonna hear, wow. I'm gonna fucking pop out of bed, right? I'm gonna fucking, yeah. And then I always have my Uggs bedside, right? My Uggs will be right there.
Uggs.
Be cool. Tom Brady wears Uggs. So I'll slide my Uggs on, right? I'll have my AR-15 like this. I have my Zero Dark 30 night vision like this. My big dick's right there still. So I'm like...
Anyone who says they have a big dick.
Overcompensating, yep.
I don't know why I
Agreed.
threw that in, but be cool. So I'm fucking... She's so offended. So I'm here, right? So I'm hearing that catch. I'm like, round. Like, enough's enough, dude. I'm going to slide that sliding door open. Like, yeah. And every video I've ever seen, like, online, those mountain lions have, like, those soft, wet, black noses. I'm going to punt them right in that goddamn nose. Fucking, and then... I'm looking at my ring camera and go, World Star! Your boy's gonna go viral. It's gonna be lit as fuck. I can't wait, man.
Oh my God.
Internet joke. Right?
Yeah, bro. That's all he's got.
My
That's
girl's like,
sad.
go to bed. I'm all shut up.
At
bitch.
least try to
Fucking
make a
here.
transition as a stand-up comedian. You know what I mean? It's like disgraceful. I feel bad.
Again, I got my UGG boots on. I got my Air 15.
It's just all about
I got my
money
Zero Dark
and not
30 night
about
vision
quality.
on, right?
Nah, like it's
Still got
shitty,
the big
bro.
dick.
About the
Sorry.
quality.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking here.
And it's about fame and money.
I gotta stick with it, right?
silly.
So I'm here.
Is he re-explaining the joke?
2:58. I'm all pray to God this cat shows up, bro. It's 2:50 now. I'm
Think
like,
so.
last day on earth for you, kitty. 3 a.m. hits. I hear, "Rah!" I'm all, showtime. I slide that glass door open. I'm all, yeah. Here's the thing, Dallas. I've never seen a mountain lion in person before. In my head, I was thinking like a small type of bobcat type of thing, right? Like, the gun's a little extreme. Probably don't need the Navy SEAL night vision, dude. Like, can probably grab it by the scruff of the neck and be like, enough's enough, kitty. Wow, wow.
I'm just thinking about Tim Dillon and
Well,
what
no.
he was saying. He's just on the stage.
Prancing around and
Dude,
shit. Yeah,
he
bro.
nailed it right on the head.
Yeah,
it's
he
just
nailed it.
I'm not. It's just like awkward.
It's unbelievable that we're sitting here and this is what we're seeing with about. So we got about 1 minute and 40 seconds left, and we're at the end of the set here, and there might have been like maybe a joke that stuck, but other than that, I mean, it's
And you
just
know what
been
else?
Bomb after bomb.
Think
you hear
about.
anyone boo him yet?
No, we might have fast forwarded that, or I don't know where that came from. I
Think
did see a
about-
clip where he did get booed. though.
Holy shit.
Think about how many great comedians have, like, a joke that they'll set up early on. And throughout the show, they'll do their other little bits, and then somehow they'll loop it back and pay off
the
that
end.
joke at the end and have that be their, like, big punchline, like, all right, good night.
Dave Chappelle did that, and it was brilliant.
Absolutely. That's
two
actually what
specials
made me
ago.
think it was
Yeah,
Chappelle.
yeah.
Because he used to do that and would do it absolutely fucking flawlessly.
Flawless, yeah.
And it was just like, he would come back to it and be like, oh my God, he fucking
yeah,
said that
yeah.
20 minutes ago
Not
in
even
this
the beginning of the
half-hour
set.
set. Or if it's
An
an
hour
hour
ago,
an
yeah.
hour special, he did this 55 minutes ago.
Yeah.
This is fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
Just watching this,
That's the art of comedy right there.
that is textbook.
Yeah. Now,
The-
granted, Brandon Schaub hasn't been doing
Look,
comedy for 30
It's not
years.
fair to compare him to a Chappelle. That's
So
not what I'm
let's-
doing. But what I'm doing is I'm giving an example of that's the way you make your set feel cohesive and
Captivate
you
the
have
audience.
captivating punchlines that have payoff. There's no
Yeah.
payoff. You skip to the end of this video and it feels like you didn't skip ahead at all. I
know.
feel like this is something that should be in the middle of a set.
A run-on sentence. This whole that's what the comedy
Yes,
special
it's like
should have
one
been
big
called.
run-on sentence
Brendan Schaub, run-on
with
sentence.
a laugh track playing
Yeah.
in the background.
Right. All right, let's finish it out. 1 minute, 40 seconds left here to go.
Talk about a bomb, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, dumbass. It's a line of the mountains, dude. It's fucking. This thing was Mufasa. Fucking. It's like this mountain lion ate Joe Rogan's trash. This thing was fucking.
Joe
Shout out to my homie.
Name dropping.
Oh, I
Gotta
panicked.
pull all the
Dude,
stops.
I panicked. I went, oh, shit. And I slammed the door. Dude, I threw my AR-15 like this. I fucking threw my night vision. I'm not even left-handed. I was like, oh, my God. Still got my UGG boots. Still got the big dick. Not a big deal. Sorry. I got on that Ring app the next morning. I went, yo, we got a mountain lion problem, y'all.
Dallas, that's my time. I love you guys.
What? That's the end of the special?
Wow, bro.
Bro, get the
Yo, that. Hold on.
I gotta go.
Hold on. Did that just happen?
Wow.
Did that just? Mario's leaving.
Holy shit.
Mario-
Good thing we watched it till the end. That was the best part.
Mario's actually out of here.
I'm retired.
We'll see you next show, hopefully. He's done. He is done, ladies.
Cut the ropes.
Wow, look, he's gone.
Oh my God. Fuck.
Did that? Let's watch that again, guys. I'm gonna fast forward it back a little bit.
Let's get this in double time.
Mario's coming back. He did just regain his.
doing a
But
recap.
that is insane.
I have to hydrate.
He got the water. Okay, I see what you did there. All right, let's watch that again. Did this really just happen, or am I like just a little drunk and high?
Oh my God.
That was the end of the special.
Yo, we're talking about masters of comedy with Dave Chappelle bringing the first joke into the last joke, and this is Brendan.
Big dick. Peace.
Big dick. Bobcat, big dick, peace.
I have a really big dick. Bye, Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus
look-
Christ.
What the fuck, guys?
What? Still got my Ugg boots. Still got the big dick. Not a big deal. Sorry. I got on that Ring app the next morning. Went, yo, we got a mountain lion problem, y'all.
Dallas, that's my time.
Oh,
Dude.
Oh my god, dude. That is fucking wild.
That's the end of it.
I got a big dick. Dallas, the ring light and thank you.
I wonder how he thought that went.
He was like, yo, this fucking
Yeah.
kill, dude. I'm a fucking monster
Oh my
in the
God.
gym, dude. Wow. I mean, one more time?
Yeah.
One more. I'm convinced that this is a cut off.
This is fake, right?
This has got to be cut off.
This is
There's-
fake.
there
We're actually going to see the ending here.
There has to be like a 10-minute segment that got cut out.
Post-credit scene.
Right. This has to be a director's cut.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I got on that Ring app the next morning. Went, yo, we got a mountain lion problem, y'all.
Dallas, that's my time. I love you.
Wow.
No, we have a comic problem.
The Gringo Papi.
A thick boy production.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that explains it right there.
The slow clap for the Gringo Papi.
Clap me with my butt cheeks, bro. Because that sucked.
I don't even want to clap.
Yeah.
I don't have the energy in me to clap. You know
I
what?
would spit on
Here,
his shoes.
I'm gonna half clap. And we're gonna cut.
Get Mario.
No.
Camera's on you.
Goodbye, Dallas.
Yeah. You go.
That was brutal.
Yeah,
to say the least.
dude, that was
so,
rough.
guys.
What the fuck
quick
was that
reaction-
ending?
Quick reactions. Reactions.
Reactions.
Queactions.
Yeah.
Quaaludes.
Queer.
I'm starting to sound like Brendan. Fuck. Quick reaction. First initial reaction. Give Brendan the benefit of the doubt here. But I mean, we haven't said that. I mean,
I think it's too
We
late.
are all now dumber for having listened to that.
And may God have mercy on your soul.
Yep. Fuck.
but no. Scale of 1 to 10, dude. I mean, seriously, like your serious critique. Not just because we're here, fucking.
Not trying to be an edgelord.
You
Yeah,
can't give
seriously.
him more than a 4, bro. That was horrible.
I'm at a 2 or a 3.
Yeah, like that was
Like that
horrible.
just to me that nothing of that was redeemable.
A 4 would be a high rating.
Like
Yeah.
I'll give you an
Yeah.
example. Here's a comic that everybody used to love that I always never understood. Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Or like Jeff Dunham. Like these guys that were like when we were in like high school, they were like huge.
Dan Cook was massive.
But
Monster.
those
Yeah.
but those
Massive.
but
Yeah, massive.
those guys stand up. Or to me, on my level of how I'd rank comedy at like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah. Fair.
Where there's still something redeemable to get out of it. This,
Nothing.
I can't take one thing out of this that I thought was remotely funny. I actually feel bad for people that were watching our reaction and I'm yawning on the fucking mic.
Well, it's boring, dude.
I was actually genuinely, this is not even me hyping it up, being hyperbolic to try to be edgy. I was fucking bored.
It's boring,
that
dude.
entire segment.
It's boring, and you know what? Yeah, we could watch Brendan and break it down in a million different directions, but at the end of the day, man, I mean, the lack of thought that really went into that at the end of the day, man, it's just for through and through, dude. I mean, that was horrible.
It was an entire set
Horrible.
of jokes that you would, if you wanted to try them, you would write them down and test them out in a short spot.
That's not a
at
special.
No,
That's not a special.
No.
And to Alex's point, I think what you said, dude, really is the honest truth, and that is the whole thing was a compiled I guess skit of internet jokes, man. I mean, and that was just kind of he tried to just
That's
act
like his
that
claim
out.
to fame.
Yeah.
What I can't figure out is all these comedians are trying to get clout and be podcasters and get whatever. They're trying to get what Brendan Schaub's got. Why even fucking put yourself through that? If you're already a successful podcaster, you don't need to go be kind of what Tim Dillon was talking about. Like, why do you have to go be a stand-up comedian?
Yeah,
You don't belong there. Clearly,
Yeah.
like,
It's
stay
because
in your lane.
Well, it's because you know if you take that lane, what it can get to, what it can get
Like,
you to.
Fame and fortune.
and he's thinking I guess he's already got the following, and it's like he
Right.
can
It'll
solidify
translate.
himself as like an act like a Adam Sandler.
Exactly.
This whole YouTube special is a stepping stone.
Yeah.
To like a bigger picture.
Well, and again, it goes back to
Not
the
if
audience.
you fuck your
It goes-
shit up though.
But it
bro,
goes back
yeah.
to the audience, man. It's like, listen, he's
This
got.
will be a stain for him.
It will be.
It should be.
Yeah.
It will.
This
be.
is.
Well, to people on the outside.
I'm
world,
astounded this got put out.
It goes back to the audience because, and we talked about accountability earlier. Accountability. Wow, I had a few too many whiskeys. But accountability, man. When the audience, steps up and finally says something, his main core audience, and says, we're not gonna, we don't like this shit. You're falling off, but until that day comes, he's gonna keep doing that, man. And that's what, honestly, you have to expect from Brendan Schaub. It's not really his fault.
No, well, it is, but there's also not people telling him that this is
No one's
not.
helping him.
No one's helping him.
Yeah.
So
He has no guidance.
In his mind,
It falls on him, but his team are assholes.
in his mind, 100%. And in his mind, he's thinking, look, I got a banging podcast. My shit gets fucking
Theo's the #1 comic in America.
with Theo and the King and Sing in the Wing, that does 100,000 plus views. The Fighter and the Kid does 100,000 plus views. All this shit, right? Then during quarantine, he started Thick Boy, right? His production company, and everything has hit besides the comedy. So he's like, yo, if I could just get a fraction of my audience to translate to the comedy side of it,
I could be a
good.
fucking
While
ass.
I
having
could
my
be a superstar.
Yeah.
while having my toes dipped in every other avenue possible, just to make sure something sticks.
Podcasting is very niche, though. Bro.
Sure, but think about it. Like,
But if you're the personality, a huge personality, it could definitely open doors for you. But you got to be careful how you move.
Well, that's the
like-
thing is, for him, it's everything to gain. It's totally worth the risk. Think about
Yeah,
it.
sure.
These people that are, associate with him, that he's kind of trying to ride their coattails on, they're already established in their own little market. They're already the big dogs. There's nothing to be lost by having Brendan Schaub come on to their podcast or to like, hey, yeah, go ahead.
It's just gonna get them clout. Yeah.
Well, not even. It's just for them. It's like, for example, like him being friends with Rogan. Like, Rogan's got nothing to lose with being friends with this guy. If this guy fell off the face of the earth tomorrow, it's not going to hurt Rogan.
Right. Rogan will still be doing UFC, still be doing his podcast,
Right.
still doing stand-up.
Brendan Schaub is willing to literally risk it all just to try to
Risk it for the
have
biscuit.
that kind of a pull,
Presence, yeah.
a kind of a presence, and kind of have that kind of a circle that he has around
It's
him.
fucking weird, and it's
but his
ego.
inner circle doesn't really exist. He doesn't have anybody that's actually looking out for his interests.
Right.
As a
It's all
comic,
corrupted ego, fucking money bullshit, bro. That's
it
all
comes down to: do you really want to be a content creator for like the passion of the content you're making, or is it just because
fame?
you want to
like what is it?
Yeah, or do you just want to kind of like inflate your own ego and do it to kind of just
I would say you're more
masturbate your
famous
ego
nowadays if you have a
It's
viral
easier.
podcast, bro.
It's easier.
Or are on like TikTok. Not that you're more famous, but you like Logan Paul, like he gets treated like a celebrity because he's the ultimate influencer.
Yeah.
And it's
Well-
like he's the hot commodity.
Before, dude, back in the early 90s, the 80s, and coming up through mainstream television, man, it's like, in order to be on this level, you had to go through, like, Johnny Carson or Howard Stern
Yeah,
and
there's a-
David Letterman.
comics would go to
Yeah.
Dangerfields.
There's a path, right? There's Dangerfields, and all that, man. There was, like you said, dude, a perfect description for it, because that's what it was, a path to get to that level. And, anywhere along the lines, if you had any slip-ups, you know what I mean, you weren't going to get to that next level. Now with the internet, dude, and everything being a self-centered thing and an ego-driven thing, and it's just all about the individual self, it's like, you could blow up, yes, on the internet. You can get in that algorithm and fucking do wonders. But if you don't have what it takes, people like us will see through that. Other people apparently will not, but I mean,
I think we're finding
it's
out
easier.
a lot of people think like us, bro. Because
Well,
mad people
and they're afraid
are saying,
and they're
Alright,
afraid to tell it because we're in a society where everybody has to be told they're doing a good job. You have to be patted
Yeah,
on the back.
fuck that, dude.
in
Fuck that.
and
If you're
Brent-
doing shitty, you should be told.
Well, in
They
Brendan,
have to be told.
Yeah, like
in,
what?
In,
It's life.
In Brendan's situation, a lot of people are actually telling it how it is, and that is good to see. But we're gonna get to we got Joe Rogan, we got Bert Kreischer to get to. When it comes to these guys' podcast, it's better than Brendan, but it's still not the best. You know what I mean? And people still applaud this shit. You know what I mean? So I guess it's a start with Brendan, essentially, right? So, as long as people
I feel like we're having
have the
therapy
wherewithal.
with Brendan
Whoa.
Shaw. We're getting
We're
like we're
somewhere.
breaking down
Everybody,
the psychological fucking...
everybody in the live chat's like commiserating with us, and we're all trying to psychoanalyze this. We're trying to make this deep fucking
beefcake of a
philosophical
fucking
thing about
idiot.
this meathead.
It's gotta make sense. We have to make it make sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't, because bro, what did we just watch?
Oh, dude, I'm at a loss. I actually feel dumber.
It's bizarre, man. So we're gonna move on to Trash Tuesday's clip. So if you remember last week with Bobby, Lee, and Brendan, they got into the beef with each other, and Brendan had came out on Tiger Belly stating that Bobby and Tiger Belly, their account was linked to 300 plus pages of pedophilia.
Wow, serious
and
shit.
Some serious allegations, man. Dude, I need to grab a sip of that water until I gotta go grab one after.
I got you, man.
My mouth is fucking.
Yeah, I got
dry,
to a
bro.
point where I was like, that was
Red
the
Bull ain't cutting it.
That segment on the special
Holy
was the
shit.
perfect time to rage quit and go grab me.
I'm trying to talk, bro, and I'm like, running out of fucking. It feels like a
That desert mouth, bro.
Desert mouth,
Yeah.
bro. Cotton mouth is shit. But so Trash Tuesday last week, we covered. And on Tiger Belly, Brendan, was going into how he had all this evidence on Bobby and everything like that, and Kalila, and that there was something big to come out of, what was happening behind the scenes on the Reddit side of things. And, Brendan said after the Tiger Belly episode, he was going to show Bobby and Kalila, what he had. And he had it right here on his phone. I mean, we could roll the clip from last week if we want to, but I feel like, that was pretty self-explanatory, where he was like, yo, after the show, I don't want to show you on air. It's too much to talk about, too many names to, whatever. Okay, I get that. I'll show you off air. Well, we're going to find out what he actually showed them because, if you remember Bobby saying, we'll come back on the podcast and explain what you showed to us, but they never came back on. They waited to this week to address it. So we're actually going to get it from Trash Tuesday. We got Kalila, Annie, and Esther here on Trash Tuesday explaining the whole Brendan Schaub 300 pages of pedophilia coming from the Tiger Belly IP address. So let's get into the clip. I'm going to grab some water. Let's roll it.
Wait, I know we're going all over the place, but I'm dying to ask you something. You had Schaub on Tiger Belly yesterday. Can you please tell me
Wow, that's the first time
Kalila
we've
is
heard
so
his name
excited
on
to
this
keep
podcast
talking
ever.
about it. Like,
really-
I feel so bad for
But
Bobby in
can
that
you tell us
situation.
what happened?
I want
Because
to
she
be
just
like,
loves
super,
talking about this dirty
kind
laundry.
about this whole thing because I think it did take a lot for him to sit in front of us. I got to tell you, probably one of the most boring episodes we've ever done. Only because it's like there was hardly any laughs. It was so tense. It was very uncomfortable.
Wasn't boring for us.
I didn't.
Right?
I wish that I was going in there thinking that he would just like take responsibility for everything. But there was one piece of information that I felt like I still have a big like mistrust for him. So we have a long way to go.
Really? Even after you had him on?
Yeah, and we talked about it on the show. I think like, I don't have any ill feeling towards him anymore, but there's still a lot of mistrust. And only because, he's still not willing to admit that what we said on the show ultimately led to the whole spectacle that became the Reddit accusation. He's saying those are two different occurrences. But I'm like, Shab, the timing is very strange because it was only a couple days after our live show that the Reddit accusations came out and the slandering came out.
Yeah,
So
that timeline.
we're not there yet. I think that we have a long way to go before like
Definitely
we fully,
hints to that being
have
part
some
of that.
type of I don't know, like goodness between us. But I do respect that, I appreciate that he had the balls to come on the show.
Okay, but can you tell me then, like, what did come out of it? Like, what did he own up to?
I wish
or-
he had the balls to come on this show because
I
I
think-
still after
So that's an open
hearing-
invitation right there.
Yeah, that's calling it out.
By the way, I just want to say I did just grab some water, dude. That was much needed, bro. I drank way too much to
You got a
start the
second
show.
wind?
I got the second wind with
All
the
right.
water. Well, I could feel like I could talk, bro. Like I was like really struggling for like words right there. I'm like,
Dude,
holy
it's
fuck.
And Red Bull.
And the vape and shit.
And the
it's like
vape,
just
it'll
dries
do it,
your
man.
fucking
It'll
throat
do it
out,
to
dude.
you.
Wow. All right, let's get back into it though. But that is an open invitation for Brendan to come on Trash Tuesday. I would like to see that.
I would
because
love to see that.
That'd be great. That'd be great because we'd have a lot to cover that week. And plus, too, it just it gives Brendan the opportunity to answer for what actually happened. That time when Andy and Annie felt like he was.
Ooh, mic cut out for a second.
Did your mic cut out or was that my headphones?
I think it was your mic.
Might have been my mic.
Because you were talking and then it went quiet for a second. It sounded like your mic went out for a second.
All right. Well, whatever. We're
Anyway,
over
hey, we got through how long we've been on now for about a couple hours.
About 2 hours.
So hey, we got through a couple hours without another incident.
Hey.
That's good.
Hey, we're trying.
It's like
trending in the right direction.
We need to have a whiteboard that just says number of
Right.
days without an incident. And we just keep.
OSHA days without.
It just says 2 hours.
Yeah. Resets. All right, let's get back into it, shall we? Before this whole podcast studio blows up.
him talk to everyone except me about it, I realized I did misinterpret it. And I watched did you watch The Fighter and the Kid?
I did not. I don't want
Well,
to.
I didn't realize he was being so bullied that he was afraid for his life is what he was saying. And I guess when he asked me to walk to the truck, he wasn't wanting to do sexual favors. I'm so embarrassed by that, but he needed like an escort because he was scared that the haters were going to come for him.
And that's condescending as fuck,
What?
well, she's just blowing steam at this point. You know,
Gotta be.
It's tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
very tongue in cheek.
I was gonna say, absolutely, gotta be tongue in cheek because what?
Is what he was saying. And I guess when he asked me to walk to the truck, he wasn't
watch
wanting to
your
do
face.
sexual favors. I'm so embarrassed by that, but he needed like an escort because he was scared that the haters were going to come for him.
I love it.
And I actually made a petition to not be mean on the internet anymore.
That says petition to no be mean.
And
You
I
spelled
think-
not wrong.
I think we should no be mean on the internet. I have
That's
stickers. There's
fantastic.
different colors you can use. No more mean on the internet, especially to these good guys.
Just getting trolled by 3 girls.
Getting
on the
absolutely eviscerated.
Like Jesus.
Guys, because they are just trying to fight for freedom of speech. And so if you say mean things about them, I'm going to make sure this gets to Elon Musk and we're going to stop this.
Elon!
So
Damn.
if
So,
anybody wants to sign
hold on.
it.
There was more comedy in this.
In a 2-minute clip, then
In a 2-minute clip
Than the
than an
whole Gringo
entire
Papi.
fucking special in the Gringo Papi.
I've got
that was
different colored
funnier than anything
crayons
he said
and
on that
stickers
special.
You can choose from your favorite colors.
So sorry, but I have to ask. So I'm just curious. So they're scared?
Yes, it was because they were bullied that they were able to bully others.
Oh,
Because they were being bullied.
And
I misinterpreted
The tongue-in-cheek
it, and I
continues.
am-
Oh, it
Do I
doesn't
put
stop.
Listen, I know it's going to take a while, but I hope you do forgive me. And I hope we can move on. I have nothing for love but you. And yes, so I misinterpreted. It's very embarrassing. For me.
This is what I'll say.
Is that not the color you want?
No,
There's
I
many
want a
colors to
different
choose
color.
from.
I just want to.
I did ask him. I said, Brendan, I was like, you got to come on our show. Like, I think you've got to talk to Annie. And this is what he said. He's like, Kalila, just please not this week.
I didn't know they were victims of this mean bullying online, and it was affecting them so much. And I'm so sorry to contribute to that. And that's why this petition will be sent to Elon Musk.
I am so sorry that this happened to them. That they were so scared
I'm
that
so
they had
sorry.
to commit a federal
I know
crime.
comedy's hard.
Federal crime.
Did you just
Federal crime.
Lock them up.
sign
Lock
with
him the
heart?
fuck
Yeah,
up.
I'm just sending love.
Pete,
to
did
the
you want to sign the
criminals?
petition?
I will
think
say,
you should-
after now watching his stand-up, he'll do very well in prison.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He will make a lot of friends.
A lot of good. A friend named Bubba.
Yeah, he'll make a lot of husbands in prison.
I mean, so we pretty much get it though with this clip. I mean, they're just trolling on him, and Kalila did come out and say, and then they went on Tiger Belly too. In the first 30 seconds of Tiger Belly, it was them addressing. Listen, Brendan, after the podcast last week, tried to show us some things. Did she go over in this clip while I was upstairs how it was essentially just very zoomed in, screenshots essentially, and on one corner it said Robert Lee, and she's like, that's not even his name.
No, but that's
she hasn't gone into that yet.
No, but that's funny, man, because it's like I said, I found this segment more telling of the whole situation and funnier than anything that he's done or said. Like, I want him to go on their show.
Yeah.
I want that because I really feel like that would be golden content for us.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to see it too. I think he's gonna let things die down though after.
I would. After literally having your entire being just
destroyed,
demasculated,
yeah,
whatever, and your special is now just like literal fodder for all of us,
for everybody
on the podcasting.
I mean, we've seen it from Eric Griffin. We've seen
Spectrum.
It, from the New York comedy scene. We've seen it from Tim.
Coast
Dillon,
to coast, bro.
Coast to coast. It's making.
We're here. We're 2 hours from New York. We are on the opposite side of the country.
Yeah.
And we're eating this shit up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to give Brendan, this much credit, but like I said, this could be one of the best things that ever happened for him in his career. So
this could be one of the
joke might be on us.
This could be one of the greatest industry plants we've ever seen.
Sure.
We talk about industry plants on this show quite a bit.
Yeah.
If it comes, I will say this. I'm going to admit this right now on the show, so it's documented and it's locked in. And if it happens, you can go back and
timestamp it.
Oh God.
If it turns out that he pulls a troll job and it's the greatest industry plant joke, haha, I'll admit that I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
You are now probably the funniest
the
man.
funniest guy alive.
You are playing chess while we're all fucking playing
Monopoly.
checkers. Yeah, while we're playing fucking Go Fish.
Yeah.
I will give you all the props in the world, and I'll
Right.
take back anything I've said on this show the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
But until then, keep doing what you're doing because it's giving us shit to talk about.
Should pass this on to the crew.
Oh God. No more bullying behind the scenes, you guys. Do you hear me? Kalila, no more bullying behind the scenes. No more calling and threatening.
It's just I will continue to tell stories. I have no interest in me tooing anyone. Nobody did anything wrong. I don't care if anyone hits on me. I really don't even care if anyone hits on me. That wasn't the point. I was making a point anonymously. If I wanted the clicks for it and the drama, I would have said the person's name. I still am not saying their name because this was not my intention at all. But I am allowed to tell a story that's interesting to me and I think is relatable and
to any woman in a workplace.
Yes.
Well, here's what I'll say about
any
this.
guy or girl. And it's like if it's not true and you didn't read the comments, how would you know that it's you? And why did you say it's you?
What do you guys have to say about the fact that the way I saw him and the way that he comes off to me, he seems just genuinely broken by the internet. This is somebody who is really apparent. I don't want to put out
I don't buy it either because we all get shit, Kalila. Literally, I read the comments
you
from
guys,
our last
he gets
episode.
bomb threats at his shows.
Bomb threat? Do you think they're gonna bomb? I have lists of men that aren't allowed at my show because they threaten to kill me all the time. Do you understand?
People
this is
who
what goes with the show.
People who think that we got one over on everybody because we told this story. We're now being harassed. Everything I post online, I'm harassed about these walk me to my truck.
And why they wouldn't want to fuck you?
By the way, I know that. By the way, if those people that we're talking about watch this show, nothing I say will be heard because I'm ugly to them.
Oh my God.
Here's what I do. I will say, if my dog was behaving badly, I can see how someone would call me and be like, get your dog in line.
Right.
But you're not a dog.
Yeah.
I
I'm
have said
just trying to
since the
see if
beginning,
she
anyone
gets
talking to me
over
about this offline.
if she gets to the evidence that Brendan said she was
Yeah,
going to.
Alex, did you catch that when John went upstairs? Did you catch that by any chance? I didn't hear it yet. I don't think they got to.
Kalila was saying the screenshots about last week, and the 300 pages. So Brendan showed her actually some things, but it wasn't. It was just zoomed in screenshots.
Yeah, I think we were talking to each other and we missed that.
Did we miss it?
I think so. I don't think we got there yet.
I was gonna say I don't remember hearing it.
It's like everyone's just laughing at this whole spectacle. It turned into
Seems like a win to me. That's what I go for is laughs. I just you tell jokes.
All right, here we go. I think it's right here.
Come to the show.
Come hang out with us.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's
I
right
also
here.
wanted to clarify
Here we
for
go.
the audience that
This-
watched the
yeah.
Tiger
I
Belly
knew we didn't
episode
hear
that
it.
Shab said that he had like 300 pages of evidence against us, but then it was never shown to us or our production team, even though I had continued to ask for it, right? But at the end of the show, he was like, I will show you after the show. But I'm like, well, my audience is not going to know what we've seen. So I'm putting this information on Trash Tuesday instead. What we saw was a very zoomed in photo of HTML codes, numbers, no context on a paper. And you know when you encircle something on your phone with red, it just said the company's email. And then he showed me another page, all HTML code, no context, completely zoomed in. And it said Robert Lee, which is not even Bobby's like government name. And that was
that
the
a president?
Robert E. Lee.
It was Robert E.
General,
Lee.
General.
Oh my God, General E.
Yeah.
Lee. That's so. I can't believe he had government officials coming after him on Reddit.
So I know
That's
that
so fucked up.
I was supposed to update we were supposed to update the audience on Tiger Belly, but we forgot. But those are the two things that I saw, and I was like, Brendan, this is a joke.
And that's where we'll leave it right there. We'll put a pin in that one.
So it was Reddit accusations?
Yeah.
Brendan apparently had, evidence that Bobby Lee and his, production team, Kalila's too, was, the center of, 300 pages worth of pedophilic actions. And what he, showed her was just, he said he had all this evidence. I'll show you after the show. I don't feel comfortable showing it on Tiger Belly.
Bro.
Well, you just heard her say,
Right.
it was just zoomed in bullshit. So it's a joke.
We called that last week.
Those are the two things that I saw, and I was like,
Got it
Brendan,
right.
this is a joke.
Brendan, this is a joke. So you could see, none of it was, none of it even, came to light. So
Yeah, they got, other people said there's rumors about them before, and they were like, no, this isn't true. Got looked into.
yeah. So all right, I feel like we've done enough, Brendan Schaub. I was gonna go into the fighter and the kid, but I feel like
I think we need to take a shot break.
It's about the journey.
a shot break.
I shot myself.
A shot break. Shot break.
We need to have a shobless shot break.
Shobless shot break, and then we'll get into Chris DiStefano was in tears on the Two Bears One Cave podcast.
Oh, he was.
He was in tears. Daddy feels like he's a
Everybody's just in their feels on
in
this
their
show,
feels, dude. It's like
They should start emo bands, bro.
dude.
They should.
I want to see West Coast comedians doing emo.
Same.
I agree.
They should.
I like
they
that.
because they're all in their fields, bro.
I like that, dude. I'm with it.
Clout
I think we should open. I want all the clout for us, so I want to open for them. I want to open.
Same, dude. We can even we'll write their songs for them.
Like, listen, I'll sell out.
Just
Fuck
tell
it.
me
I mean,
how you feel
If
and
Brendan
I'll put it
Schaub wants
together.
to come on our show, I'll sell out.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, so we're gonna get into the main, or not the main, but the other half of tonight's show, which was Chris DiStefano in tears, New York comedian. The whiskey's catching up to me. New York comedian Chris DiStefano. He's been kind of making a name for himself within the last 5 years. He's been around for the last 10, but really kind of pushing the envelope the last couple of years. He's been around. He also has a new special out. I believe it's on Netflix. And he's going to go on Bert Kreischer's podcast, usually with Tom Segura, Two Bears in One Cave. Tom was a man down this past week, and it was just Chris and Bert kind of shooting the shit. A lot of revealing stuff came out of this. First of all, we talked about that guy who everyone has in their life that we all know is, just that guy who just makes up continuous amounts of bullshit and, kind of just sticks by it. And everyone knows, that he's lying or she's lying. And, him or her just continuing to feed into that nonsense. That's Bert Kreischer in a nutshell. We all know him famously for his bit for the machine.
Yeah.
That's a very popular bit of him. But his podcasting skills, and when you really get to know him, the true Bert comes out. There's a lot of fake laughing. There's a lot of comedian guilt in this. There's a lot of tears in this. And we're going to watch it all unfold here on Two Bears in One Cave right after me and Mario pop this shot. So, everybody, we made it through Brendan's shop. Mazel tov on that.
Come on, baby. From my family to yours, mazel tov. Beautiful.
Feeling good, man.
Feeling really good, man. All right, let's get in the back half of this. We got Two Bears in One Cave and a little bit of Joe Rogan, and then we will wrap it up for tonight.
Rogan.
It's Two Bears, One Cave. Let's watch it from the beginning, and then we'll get into our first clip.
But I did the road.
Yeah.
But I come home. I was a real attentive dad.
Yeah.
Started doing Birth Conquer, and that's when it started getting busy for me.
Yeah.
So when for the first 4 years that I was around a lot.
Because how old are your girls now?
I don't know.
Wow.
100%.
Cheers. You know, it's funny, too. This is In the Paint, episode 133.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Little correlation.
Destiny, homie.
Yeah, it's definitely destiny to cover this one.
Yeah, for sure. And what's 2 + 1?
I will say I'm glad I don't have the Bert Kreischer look.
No, it's just a fucking.
I used to have that kind of a look. I'm not proud of it.
The tits.
The
everything.
The round, the barrel chested.
All right, let's jump into this. So we'll jump into our first clip here. 5:15. We're gonna watch Bert just completely fake laugh. I mean, you guys have fake laugh before, correct?
Yeah.
But it's
No.
it's like presentable, and it's like you can kind of almost get away with it. Bert's fake laugh is just, I mean,
preposterous. But really quick before we get into this, isn't bear like an undercover internet word for like a gay?
Well, it's a gay term for like a bigger kind of burlier guy.
Gay guy.
Are these guys gay?
No. But that's what you were referring to. I was explaining. I was giving you the context of what that means.
Oh, no, I got you. All right. I thought they were trying to say that they're two big gay bears, dude.
Well, I mean, that's part of like the
shtick?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that it might be part of the shtick.
But like they don't act like they're gay, but that's like kind of
They have wives
They're
and shit.
they're big. They're
Yeah.
funny comedians. So it's like
They were big gay comedians. Yeah.
Who knows, dude? Who knows?
Yeah, probably touching each other's.
I mean, it's
teeth.
2022, right? Fuck it.
It's 2022 and it's LA comedy. So
I'm a woman, baby.
Oh,
Fuck
shit.
it.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so let's watch it. Bears fake laugh.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Two Bears, One Cave.
Reminds me of that video where they shit in each other's mouths. 2 girls, 1 cup.
Ooh, 2 girls, 1 cup. That's a
Anybody?
classic.
Anybody?
Classic.
You mean that wasn't ice cream?
All right, Bert Kreischer, 5:15, fake laugh. Let's watch it.
You guys watched us go on Rogan and talk absolutely reckless.
Yes.
Watch this.
You were like,
yeah, I'm going to do that too.
You're like, did he just say he sexually assaulted somebody?
What the fuck?
I want you guys to.
What's
really,
the context of this?
I really, because all right, so essentially, Bert was like, we kind of set the road for New York comics and the younger comics to come in to really talk their shit. So we were on Rogan just talking shit, hella shit, and then you guys came up and saw that and was like, yo, I could do that too. That's the context of
Okay.
it. But the fake laughing of it, I want you to remember this. So Bert on his own and with other people is, fake laughing, telling lies, this, that, and the third. When we watch him with Joe Rogan next, he's very, and very cordial. And
Because
very
again, you had to kiss the
corporate.
ring.
Kiss the ring of the Don.
Of
It's amazing that
Don Papa Rogan.
The pull and the power that Joe Rogan has over these people, it's fucking amazing, dude.
It's impressive.
It's insane.
I mean, like him or hate him, it's impressive at least to watch.
You know that song, The Cult of Personality?
Yes.
The Cult of Roganality.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes,
wow,
that's
dude,
a,
I think
that's
you
a
just
good
came
one.
up with something. Holy
Fuck
shit.
yeah, dude.
Shout out to Living Color. That's a classic, man.
Get on there.
Let's watch that again. Fake laugh, Bert.
Be reckless.
Yes.
Yes. You were like,
yeah, I'm going to do that too.
You're like, did he just say he sexually assaulted somebody?
What the fuck? Yeah. Well, then the thing is too, because when you guys start
So that's Bert. I'm just kind of setting the stage for you guys. I mean, who Bert is. I mean, is a fake guy. You know what I mean, essentially. We're going to jump to 11:40.
He's like a frat character that never grew up.
11:45 here. So Chris DiStefano is on his phone. He's talking to Tank. I forget Tank's last name, but whatever. It's irrelevant. He's talking to a buddy of his, and Bert is trying to land Tank on a podcast. Tank wants no part of it. Let's watch.
And vision he has, and the kind of how much he reads and how thoughtful he is he really helps you out of jams.
Really?
Like he's stronger mentally than he is physically.
I've been trying to get him on the podcast.
You hear that, Tank?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Bubs.
Yeah.
Tank's not interested. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.
And Bert knows it too.
Yeah.
Bert knows. I mean, they just immediately move on and shove that one under the rug.
He
They're
wanted
like,
nothing to do with that.
Damn.
Out of jams.
Really?
Like he's stronger mentally than he is physically.
I've been trying to get him on the podcast.
You hear that, Tank?
Chris is like, I'll set something up for you, Tank. Yeah. Tank's like, nope.
All right, Bubs. Tank's not interested. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.
And Bert, look at the disgust in Bert's face.
That's like, all right, who do we contact next? Fuck.
Ouch.
Well, it's a weird dynamic on this show. I mean, within the first 20 minutes of the show, both of them are on their phones talking to other people. It's like, you guys are doing a podcast with each other. Like, you guys could call someone else on your own time.
Right. And it's not even like, I mean, we have the luxury of having, usually there's 4 of us. So, like, if one of us has to check our phones, it's like the other guys are holding it down.
Yeah.
This is just awkward.
This is like you guys calling somebody.
This is me be like,
hello?
Hello.
What's up, babe?
Yeah, I'm going to go pick up dinner on the way home.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's fucking goofy.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
right
John.
now, I'm looking on my
John
phone
and Alex said hi, by the way. Yeah.
at sports bets. Like it's giving me the update, but I'm talking on the pod. I'm not like looked in.
Yeah, and like I'm keeping up with you lovely people on the live
Communicating,
chat
like-
on YouTube.
You're not making the podcast about sports betting.
Exactly.
So
I'm just watching.
You mean it's not about Clem's Corner?
No, I'm sorry.
Not
But
today?
I hit 2 today though.
Yeah?
I might hit another one. Clay Thompson needs.
Looks like I spoke too soon.
Sorry. Sorry.
22-17, we're going to watch Bert obnoxiously laugh for the second time.
All right, we're on our way.
Yeah.
So we went down. We see her in her kitchen. She's panicking. And she goes,
Like, no one laughs like that, guys. I mean, I don't know about you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's a bad actor.
Let's go back and
I
watch
went,
that.
all right, we're on our way.
Yeah.
So we went down. We see her in her kitchen. She's panicking. And she goes, I made muffins. Leah's like, thank God we're here. She goes, Bert, go.
I mean, the amount of effort that it takes to get to that level, I mean, should tell you everything right there.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'd be able to talk in that high of a voice for that
right,
long.
Right. That's what I'm saying. No one fakes laughs.
I'm
like
surprised how weak these clips are, bro. For these people to be comedians.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Bro.
And these are what's
it's a
stuck
slow
out.
week.
Brendan Schaub, it's like, all right, we know what we're talking about. Someone who's not that good at comedy. These guys are like have specials, fucking on
Top of the
network.
game.
Bert Kreischer's got some pretty big specials.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
like,
thing
he's
with
well
the other
known.
guy.
Chris DiStefano.
Yeah.
And Chris DiStefano, too. Yeah, he's big time.
And it's like, these are what stuck out this week. This isn't even like, you know what I mean? The rest of it's baseline. It's very...
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Yeah. So we're going to watch here, Chris. Joe Rogan behind the scenes is a bully. And Chris is going to maybe get on the Joe Rogan podcast. We're going to follow up on this because apparently Chris has a date for Monday, May 23rd, which is this Monday. And he seems
For Rogan?
For Rogan.
Oh,
But-
man.
But he seems to think he's going to be on Rogan. I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm
So,
holding that hope because that's another thing I want to cover. I hope we get that, too.
Chris and Rogan?
I would like to see that because I want to compare that. I want to compare him on Rogan to how he is right now.
Or Bert on Rogan?
Bert on Rogan, or either one. Oh, who has the special?
Chris.
So Chris Stefano.
Bert's actually was on Rogan this week.
Oh, Bert already. Okay, oh, that's right. He did say he was on
Yeah,
Rogan.
yeah,
He
yeah.
did mention he was on Rogan.
But Chris has this twinkle in his eye that he seems that he's going to be on it this Monday. I don't think it's going to happen, and we'll follow that up next week.
Okay.
So let's watch it. This is Joe Rogan, bully behind the scenes, and Chris possibly being on Rogan, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Find this episode. I'm sure you can find this episode.
Yeah.
He was in a bad mood, and the whole time he just was taking it out on Redban, and I was just sitting in a room with
Talking
Joe and
about Rogan.
Redban fighting
Yeah.
for 3 hours.
It's just a
And
spectator.
it was like, but Redban was, and this is all, you can giggle about it, obviously. Redban sometimes was so fucking distracting. I remember Joe saying to him in this podcast, do you know people are listening to this, right?
Yeah.
And Brian's like, yeah. And he's like, well, stop saying that. You're wasting people's time. And I'm
Oh.
just sitting between them going,
Rogan,
"This team of mine."
bully.
Yeah, you don't know.
Redban's
Wow.
my ride home, but it's Joe's podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Redban was like a really fun. It was a really fun.
See, like, and I feel like I want to meet Redban. I've never met him. I've never even been
for
on
real?
Rogan's podcast. You know, like I've only met Joe
You've never
Rogan.
been on Rogan's
Never
podcast?
once. I've only met Rogan one time my whole life. So
Oh my God, you were fucking murder on Rogan's podcast.
I hope to get on. I think Joe had told me that I was going to come on. He texted me, gave me a date. I haven't heard from him since then, but hopefully everyone's told me Ari Shaffir and was like, if he gave you a date, it's a date. He's
It's
going
a
to
date.
text
He
you a
gave you
few
a date,
days
it's a date.
before. Just go book your flight.
When's your date? You know?
May 23rd.
Oh, for real?
Monday, May 23rd is when he said. But I haven't heard from him, but I booked a flight to Austin and booked a show there the next day, May 24th.
I haven't heard from him. I have no idea if it's going to happen, but I'm going to be
Doesn't
there
sound too promising.
just in case. I'm
And
buying
that,
a ticket
so that's
in a
like
hotel.
that's the power of the Rogan effect.
Yeah, right. But
Everybody's chasing. It's like I said before, it's a rat race. Everybody's chasing that
because once you get on
extra
Rogan,
little crumb.
Well, clearly
you get
it's
on
not
Rogan, it's
normal.
over.
you got to be doing something semi good. But if you're doing something semi good and you get on Rogan, it's like your career is catapulted to the next level essentially. Look at Bert, look at Tom Segura, look at Brendan Shaw, Brian Callen, look at Chris D'Elia. I mean, we can go down the list of guys who careers were doing okay, some pretty good, better than others. As soon as they get on Joe Rogan, it's 1 million views, 3 million views.
Sure, it's like how getting on the Tonight Show if you're like an actor or a musician. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of a thing.
Same thing.
Once you get to that market, you're reaching a whole other level of famous.
So DiStefano seems to think that he's going to be on Rogan this Monday. I don't think he's going to be, just because Rogan's not the type of guy, I feel like, who's just going to be like, oh yeah, come on by, and just not contact you from there, or have someone on his team reach out and contact you. Someone's going to be following up on that. And the fact that he hasn't heard anything, and this came out, I believe, on Wednesday.
So what's the 23rd? Tuesday, Wednesday?
Monday.
Monday
the 23rd, I believe.
You would think someone like the media person handles that, like who's coming in the pot,
Or their agents.
Well, he
like
was
Joe
saying that-
Rogan would be like, "Yeah, I'll have you on,"
Hands
and then
off.
set it up with this person. Like,
Well,
yeah,
Bert Kreischer was saying that Ari Shaffir said if he gives you a date, you'll hear from within the few days prior.
And he hasn't heard anything.
So you'd have to assume he would have to probably text him by like tomorrow,
The latest.
the latest.
If not, it's not happening. That's where I'm at with
Yeah,
that.
I feel like if he doesn't hear from him by like tomorrow,
guys,
it's not gonna happen.
Real quick thoughts. Yes or no? Is Chris DiStefano going to be on Rogan on Monday?
No.
Mario?
Nah, I want to say no.
I'm going to say no as well. All right, so we're going to jump into 110 on Two Bears, One Cave, episode 133.
And if he is, by the way, then we will cover it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because I definitely want to see, because I'm surprised he's actually never been on Rogan's show.
So,
because he's a pretty big comic.
He's on the rise for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't actually watched any of his stand up, but he's a name that in comedy now you hear all the time. So it's like I want to see. Maybe that'll give me a little bit of a clue as to where he's at with all this, because
Sure.
you see where guys like Brendan Schaub are at, where they're just kind of like doing anything to make it. Where it seems like Chris DiStefano, to his own credit, has been making a career for himself. We'll see.
I'd rather
see.
listen to him than Bert or fucking
sure.
Brendan Schaub. Yeah.
We're going to see 110 here, the lengths that comedians go to for the dollar bill.
It's a good segue.
My standards and all that.
Who's your agent?
Mike Berkowitz.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Mike Berkowitz.
I was with UTA. They were great, but I went to Mike Berkowitz now. And when I got home, and had money and all that, money and family and all that, and I realized like what the price of everything has been for me so far is like I've missed every single one of my daughter's swim meets.
Oof.
And I'm like, fuck,
That's
like,
fucked up.
yeah, I just
That
made
happens.
a lot of money. And I'm like, but I've been watching
watch.
my daughter's life on like a phone.
Oh, and the waterworks.
Oh, there it is.
Here it
this
is.
Crazy is happening.
Play the clip. You have it?
Like,
Cry baby, cry baby.
Here.
You will cry tonight. Cry baby. I mean,
He's a
Christmas-
bad actor too.
Pour one out for him.
No, the sad thing is, this is real. This is actually happening.
I mean,
right now.
look.
But
This
it's
is
like
vo-
stop
What
going
he-
on tour.
What
if
he's
you wanna
saying
watch
is
your daughter
right,
grow.
exactly.
Like, yeah,
exactly.
Why crying about
You
it?
chose
Yeah.
this life.
Just said he's
You
got
know what
money
this-
now.
Yes.
So you don't need to keep.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, thank
You got your bag.
So glad
Now
you
go
guys
home
got
and be a
this.
dad. Yes.
I'm so glad you
Thank
guys got this, bro. If you wanted to be a good father, you would. If you already have the money, you're making the money, right? You could easily make less money, still do what you love, and be a
Yeah,
father
dude.
in your kid's life.
On,
and
if
still
you're on
make
this
pretty
level,
good fucking money.
Dude,
You're never
he's
gonna be
got
hurting.
Netflix specials and shit. This
Netflix
guy.
specials,
Yeah,
a
like he's
Patreon,
got.
like-
I mean, I don't know his
The
net worth,
YouTube
but
does well.
He's doing good.
And I don't care how bad
gonna be on
Netflix is doing
Rogan.
right now.
Just the
He's
fact
making
that he's talking
that's
about
still
that
good
is
money.
Crazy. Yeah.
Well, he's
Right.
doing Burt Kreischer, and he's
Right.
doing all these other shows,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, you know, the waterworks are going to start here. It's like, you know...
It must be getting rough in these waters, bro.
But the average listener, again, we're going to go back to this. The average listener, again, can't, you know,
They don't know
decipher
that.
right from wrong, and they see the waterworks and they eat it up.
Like, oh my god.
This
Oh,
guy,
he means
he's
so well. He means
Oh.
so well. He's such a good
Exactly.
bullshit.
Fuck you.
Let me
Fuck
sub to your
you.
Patreon.
Fafangul, dude. Yeah, right?
Yeah, you know what? We haven't broken out a good fucking Italian. Fafangul, that's right.
Fafangul.
I've been watching my daughter's life on like a phone. And it's a little like, wow, this is crazy. This is happening. It's a little like, what am I doing? Like, she's never going to be 6 again.
Now, I just want to say this. I think this is part real, part fake. I think it goes both ways because you're going to see what he's going to say is kind of repulsive, and it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Okay.
You
I
know?
mean, look, it's understandable that he feels, but again, you're choosing this. This
It's
is your
real,
path in life.
but he's drudging it up and,
Yes.
and
You'll see why.
embellishing.
You're
Yeah.
going to see why.
I can
I
already
miss
tell.
like tons of her life. And I'm just like,
Look at Bert.
yeah, I make this money, but
Awkward.
I'm like, I've watched my kid's life do a fucking face.
Hey, Bert, you feeling awkward?
Bert's laughing because he's like,
Bert, you feeling awkward? Hey, Bert.
watched-
Hey, Bert.
hey, yo, Bert.
You know? And
Yo,
I
Bert.
miss like tons of her life.
Watch Bert. Because he knows. He knows I've been a shitty father as well. I haven't been
It's
there.
relatable.
My dog, yeah, and I can't really seem to swallow that pill. That's what every comedian battles with, right? If you're on that level, right, you're not spending quality time with your family. You have a family on paper, but you're not really devoting your
that's
time.
Fucked up though, because
That's
there's a
what-
certain level of all right. You're a comedian coming up in the game. You have to put the work in, and you literally can't be there for your family. When
Right.
you're on these guys' level,
You can
don't
afford to
have
step
be.
back.
Yeah, a shitty. You can
You
bring your
should be
kid
able to
with
step
you, bro,
back.
and
Yeah.
have a fucking nanny,
Yeah.
push her around
Yeah.
or him around, and be with you all the time.
Exactly.
There's no reason for leave it at home at the wife.
Right.
But
Yeah. that's
what does
fucked
that
up.
say about it, though, as a whole, where, you know, you can't let your ego go to that point where you're like, look, it's fine. It's one swim meet. One swim meet becomes 10, becomes whatever, like in his case. And it's like, now you're like, yeah, she'll never be 6 again. Well, it's like, yeah. But you already were rich. You know, you have everything.
You are rich.
You have everything you need.
You are rich currently.
Yes.
You can, you know, see the problem is with these comedians and these LA influencers and these New York comedians, you know, they can't leave a quarter on the floor.
Cannot
A
leave
nickel on the
any
table.
stone unturned. Cannot leave a single
I mean,
dime on the.
All the analogies.
No.
All of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's bad, dude. And it's like, you know, if I ever got to that point, man, it's like, you lose sight on why you start doing it, because then it starts getting fabricated for the views and the likes and the next paycheck and how much. Oh, I made $5,000 this week. I'm gonna make $10,000 next week. But guess what? You're on the road so much. It's like you don't even know who you are.
And you're just attached from reality. Like
Exactly.
you become this person that you just think you're bigger than everyone else,
Bigger
to
than
the
life.
point where like you're larger than life, and you're like, you know, this is why I do this, because I have to, because I have to bring all these people. Like this is for, and it's just an ego trip, and it becomes like, what are you doing here, man?
Yeah.
Like you're not, you know, you're totally losing sight of yourself, and you're not having any sense of reality.
Right. You're losing sight of reality. Yeah, that's huge. Let's finish out this clip. We got, believe, 2 more clips after this, and then we're gonna get into the Rogan.
It's like, yeah, I make this money, but I'm like, I've watched my kid's life through a fucking FaceTime.
Yeah.
And I'm the only dad that has been in a swim meets and it just like kills me.
Yeah.
Damn.
Watch.
Fucking Winston Churchill got me.
Watch. Silence, but wait.
So I just want, like, how
This
do
is
you
just a
do it?
couple of
Because,
shitty dads.
You know, like, because
having a drink and just realize how shitty they are.
Are you fucking serious?
You know,
Watch what Brett says.
How do I fucking do it? Are you fucking serious? I'm drinking at 10 in the morning. I can't tell you it gets better.
oh, fuck.
That's that fake voice again.
Is this the clip?
Is this the clip? Wow.
Wow.
And he basically just went end scene.
End scene.
Wow.
I mean, look at him, dude. I mean, he seems like he's crying from afar. If you're watching this from your phone like this, you're like, oh shit, bro. He must feel some type of way. When you look at him like this, I mean, this is, I mean,
that's as fraudulent as it gets, my friend.
I believe part of it is fake, yes, and it's done up for the views. But you know, some of it's real. Some of that stems down. You know what I mean? These guys aren't.
You
gonna
would think
change.
so.
These guys aren't going to change. They're going to be who they are, right?
Just the fact that you would do go to that extent to put it out there, it shows that you really don't give a fuck.
No, dude.
You're willing to say whatever to get clout.
To me, that clip just says that that's just 2 toxic dads, 2 really shitty dads, realizing that their ego means more to them than their family.
That's horrible.
And I mean, it's kind of, and then the waterworks are to, hey, I feel bad for me. I'm sacrificing so much.
Yeah.
I'm giving up so much.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck. I have to live paycheck to paycheck every single day.
It's like, yeah, bro. We got to, you know.
There's people worse off than all of us sitting here.
Yeah.
That can't fucking eat.
It's like, bro, pour yourself up by the bootstraps. If you want to be a good father, you're gonna figure out how to be a good father. Because guess what? You came this far to figure out how to be a good, quote unquote, good comedian. So if you want to figure out how to do right by your kids, be in your kid's fucking life.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. It's not like you got to do some crazy shit and jump through hula hoops to be in your kid's life. It's not like your kid lives in fucking Ethiopia and you got to go visit them on, you know, once a fucking every other week.
You're not in this third world country. You're not.
Go visit your kids.
Just
go visit your
go
kids.
be a dad. Take your Netflix money and like give them a college fund or something.
If it means that much for you, that much to you, go fucking visit your kids. Until then, I don't want to hear this bullshit because at the end of the day, listen to what we just heard.
Oh, fuck.
I can't tell you it gets better.
Is this the clip?
Is this the clip? I mean, that's fucking repulsive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's just so fucking like.
This is cringy
awful.
as fuck, dude.
It's awful.
So next time you guys think like, you know, our podcast is up in the air, I mean, just shit, guys. We're going to get to our last clip here on Two Birds of 1K, 156.50. Bert prepping Chris for Rogan. That probably won't even happen. 156.50. Let's jump ahead. 156.50. Here we go. The end of this show.
Ever.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you,
Congrats
brother.
on the special.
Thank you, man.
Congrats on the special. I cannot wait to see you on Rogan.
Yeah.
Dude,
Can't wait to see you on Rogan.
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Everyone watching right now, this is a must watch. So let's real quick. Let's do Rogan protocol.
Okay.
Your car
Rogan
comes in. Your car comes in 5.
Okay.
Whiskey, obviously.
Yes.
Whiskey, obviously.
Yeah.
Who's gonna? You want a whiskey? Sure.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Cigar? Never had a cigar.
Never had a cigar.
It's a good place to have your first cigar.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just.
I'll do it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not. Don't overthink things. Don't overthink
Yeah.
things. Marijuana.
I'll do it.
Oh.
Try it.
I'll do it because I'm a fucking, you know, I'll just do whatever.
Yeah, whatever I gotta
it takes.
do.
Whatever
Just
it
letting
takes.
it loose.
Gotta kiss the ring, baby.
You want me to shoot fucking heroin, man? I'll fucking do that
Eat
too,
some
brother.
elk.
Eat some, yeah, eat some elk.
Hunt your own elk, dude.
Jesus.
And eat its testicles.
Oh my god. Yeah, like Logan Paul.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm getting like deja vu here.
Yeah.
You want whiskey?
Fucking
Yeah.
episode ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
This is gonna be
fucking
a fucking, and if it's bad, it's even that much better.
Oh,
You
God.
can't do bad on Rogan. If you're a comic You can't do bad on Rogan.
Okay.
Oh, I take that back. Adam Conover was pretty bad. Did you ever see that? Adam knows everything. Adam ruins everything.
It was a bad one.
Oh my god! I was like, and I love that show. I love Adam. Conover.
That show's hilarious. Great.
Adam Conover is so fucking good.
Informational.
But
it was a bad episode.
Adam Ruins Everything is such a great fucking show.
Yeah.
He's got a new documentary coming out called
So
G
that's
Word.
pretty much it with Chris. Gonna be on Rogan, quote unquote, on Monday,
We'll
May
see about
23rd.
that.
I hope we're proven wrong, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's happening.
Me neither.
If we haven't found out anything about Chris DiStefano this past show, it's that he can't be trusted either. Yeah, guys. So that's gonna take us to Joe Rogan himself and Bert Kreischer.
He's like the Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz
himself.
We're gonna welcome him back here. So everyone, welcome down to the stage, Joe fucking Rogan.
Mr. Clean in the flesh.
This ain't your older brother's Fear Factor, Rogan. This is Podcast Rogan.
I want to see Joe Rogan get in the octagon.
Yeah, I would like to do a celebrity deathmatch fight like Jake Paul
He
or
would
something.
fuck someone up.
I'd love it.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Dude, I want to see Trilla host that event. Trilla event.
Yeah, so our last clip, we got Bert Kreischer back on Rogan. So you guys remember the fake laugh Bert Kreischer just did twice on the
yes.
show. We're going to watch a completely different version of Bert Kreischer in this episode.
Oh, man.
Very by the book, corporate.
So it's like a soundboard. He's got like different laugh, like laugh one,
Yes.
laugh two.
Yes.
Rogan laugh.
Yeah. Well, essentially, it's just more tame. A lot more tame. Tony Hinchcliffe is also on this episode, but not by choice. They did not call this Tony Hinchcliffe to come join them. Essentially, they seen Tony Hinchcliffe on the street, and they decided to bring him on in because, why not, man? The first couple minutes of this episode was very telling. Now, you're Joe Rogan, right? You got, 35, 40 million listeners a month or an episode, whatever which way you want to look at it. He's got millions of listeners, right? The last thing I want to hear from my podcaster, if I'm devoting time and energy and 3.5 hours per show, is just another subpar take of that whole Amber Heard Johnny Depp situation.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we've kind of stayed away from it.
Because it's just, it plateaued.
What else could we say that's kind of, different about a situation that really doesn't mean much in the whole grand scheme
And that's
of things?
people's personal lives.
And
too.
right.
And the more it comes
this
out-
is like what you're putting out as an entertainer.
As content.
It's fucking
Yes.
ridiculous.
As content.
Yeah.
Because the more it comes out with that, it's just kind of two bad people just kind of... It's not something... You feel kind of gross talking about it after a while. This is just kind of fun to poke fun at, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Well, these guys do it to themselves.
Yeah, they bring it
You know?
upon themselves,
Yeah,
dude.
like-
Yeah, for sure. So, if you didn't like that Two Bears clip, you're going to like this Joe Rogan clip, Bert Kreischer and Tony Hinchcliffe. These guys make a fool out of themselves. Really, Joe plays, dumb and stupid, in a lot of his episodes he does. But this one, he really does a lot. Bert is going to play the whole, I guess the one that's looking for validation from Rogan the most, and to take the, I guess the baton over, and be that next quote unquote Rogan. He's like that guy essentially, and Tony Hinchcliffe is just lost throughout this whole episode. Like I said, he doesn't even know how he got on this. He just, well, I'm in Austin, so guess what, guys? It's bad.
Who the fuck is Tony Hinchcliffe, bro?
You'll recognize him when you see him.
He sounds like he plays for the fucking Miami Dolphins.
The Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Let's jump into it. We're just going to watch the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, JRE episode 1821. Cue it. Joe Rogan Podcast!
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night.
All day.
So explain. So bogey, what's the best? What's a pro level golfer?
Scratch. Scratch is if
So
you're
Santino's
parring,
like pro level.
No. So pro's different. So he's not playing from the tips.
Oh, by the way, cheers.
Cheers, gentlemen.
You could see Bert, just a completely different whole,
Demeanor.
different vibe and demeanor. Yes.
Cheers. Hell yeah. So we should talk about how this podcast came about. Not me and Bert. Bert and I got stem cells today at Waste Well. Shout out to Brigham. And then we got something to eat. Got some barbecue, and we were driving, and I see this yellow Corvette.
Yellow Corvette.
And I go, is that the great and powerful Tony Hinchcliffe?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
It's me at a red light.
And I go, what are you doing? He
That's
was like,
me at a red light.
Nothing. Chilling. I go, come do a podcast with us. And so we're here.
I saw the car and I was like, God damn it, that's the car Leanne wanted.
That's the car Leanne wanted. For those who don't know who Leanne is Bert's wife. So Tony Hinchcliffe has a car that Bert's wife, his female wife, wanted. I'll run that back so you guys can hear it one more time.
A little envy in there.
Not even envy, just kind of, bitch made. If you're going to get a Corvette, get like a red or a blue one, like a manly one. You know what I mean?
You want the yellow?
He's one step away from getting
Is it a very bottom Corvette?
Very bottom, yes, very bottom.
Very beta?
Very beta.
It's very beta.
Beta cuck fucking Tony Hinchcliffe over here. No, he's one step away of getting a pink Corvette. All pink, chromed out pink interior, pink smoke underneath the neon lights. So let's watch it.
And
again.
I see this yellow Corvette, and I go, is that the great and
Even
powerful
Rogan,
Tony
he's like,
Hinchcliffe?
It's me at a red light.
That's
and I go, what are
me
you
at a
doing?
red
He's
light.
like, nothing. Chilling. I go, come do a podcast with us. And so we're here.
I saw the car and I was like, God damn it, that's the car Leanne wanted.
So I think right here, this is comedian riffing at its finest. Joe Rogan, obviously been in comedy for a while. Bert Kreischer, at the top of his game. And these are guys just going back and forth with each other, being very subtle to Tony, kind of coming on his neck, kind of how we're doing.
Making him bitch made.
But making him bitch made.
It's a fucking badass car.
Yeah, it's a badass car.
You guys
Very
are cool with
contradicting.
cars, man. I wish I had better taste in cars.
Then immediately
Move
jumps
here.
the subject.
You will. It happens
what's-
naturally.
What's wrong with your taste in cars?
I am an old man. I like I like a sedan, a big-bodied sedan.
Sedans are nice.
With a nice, cool, dark interior. Ooh, yeah, like a chocolate interior.
You know what you should get?
What?
A new Cadillac.
So the car I wanted
So
that
Bert
I really
knows
liked was
nothing
when
about
they came
cars.
back
It's
out
coming
with
up
the
right here.
Continental.
Oh.
They came back out with the Continental. I said, that's my car. I went and drove it, and it didn't feel solid to me.
Well, get a Mercedes.
I got a Mercedes.
Do you?
Yeah, I got whatever the one
You
is.
get the S-Class?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I'm not a...
You don't even know what you have.
I don't even know what I have. I know it's the big one. The big one.
Bert has no idea what any kind of car is. I mean,
This sucks.
Must be nice. Must be nice to have that much money. Just
yeah,
to
it
be
must
like,
be nice to
who
not
gives a
even
fuck?
fucking know who gives a fuck what car you have. It's
Yeah.
the nice one, the really expensive big one.
This is like
Fuck.
celebrity chum talk, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like,
So, like,
this is like very 1% talk.
Yeah. Very, very elitist.
Very elitist, yes.
That one time I told someone it was AMG because the wheels say AMG.
Right.
And then they were like,
So we're gonna watch two more clips just here in this intro. We're gonna watch Bert exposing himself to, I believe, Joey Diaz, and that's kind of bizarre. I mean, a lot of these guys are exhibitionists. They like to just flop their shit out and just see how it goes. Really,
Like you're on the biggest podcast in the fucking world,
And all you have to talk about is pulling your dick out.
Yeah, like dude,
Yeah,
come on,
right?
That's
And-
fucking crazy.
And then we're gonna watch Joe here in the same intro talk about how, again, not looking at the internet and not being connected with your fan base, and just not what's going around in your little inner circle. He's gonna say how he wants to, take Steve-O's idea. You guys know Steve-O's Wild Wired podcast. How it's in a van essentially.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch Joe Rogan just completely take this idea and make it his. And luckily, someone's there to kind of check him. But we're gonna watch Rogan.
and I fucked
steal
up,
it.
and it turned into a drunk fight.
Copyright,
Like,
copyright.
bitch, you didn't get an AMG, and I was like, yeah, I think I did. I don't know. It says AMG. I don't know what the fuck I have.
Right.
So I just got it. Tom's guy got it for me.
So you just don't have any interest in cars. You wish you had an interest in cars?
I do because I look at it looks fun. Like it looks fun. Like when getting in your car today, I was like, that would be fun to have this.
Yeah, it would be. You should get into cars. Is it getting in the way you're drinking? Like, what's
No, well, number one, I don't drive much because I do drink.
Right.
So like, I never have driven to the store. So as I heard someone talking about the parking rules at the store, I was like, who drives to the store? And I literally said that. I was like, I get an Uber to the store,
Right.
I have some cocktails,
Right.
and I Uber home. I'm really a stickler about drinking and driving.
Good for you.
I don't drink and drive at all.
That's smart.
Well, yeah, and so, like I said, I wouldn't mind a Sprinter.
Sprinter van.
Yeah, and have a driver. I'd like a driver.
We
more.
talked about
Cars
Jamie
are
and I
lighter.
talked about Jamie and I talked about taking one of those Sprinter vans and turning it into a mobile podcast studio.
Mobile podcast. Okay, Sprinter van, mobile podcast studio. That's all you need to know right there.
Fucking Steve-O.
That does
Got it.
sound a lot like Steve-O.
All right, ready? I'm gonna
Fucking Steve-O.
run that back just a little.
Hell
bit.
yeah, dude.
Smart.
And so, like I said, I wouldn't mind a Sprinter.
Sprinter van.
Yeah, and have a driver. I'd like a driver.
We
more.
talked about
Cars are
Jamie and I
lighter.
talked about Jamie and I talked about taking one of those Sprinter vans and turning it into a mobile podcast studio.
So Joe Rogan Dum Dum sits around all day with his producer and is like, you know what would be a good idea, guys? If we got if we got a Sprinter van and turn that into a whole
A mobile
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah, man, that's a good idea, bro. Look into him. And Bert seems to kind of G-check him here. Not G-check him. It's not any gangsta shit, but you know what I mean.
On an intellectual podcast clout level,
Yes.
it is a G-check.
Protect your neck.
Steve-O has that.
Does he?
Steve-O has
Yeah,
that.
Steve-O has it.
Does he?
It's Steve-O's podcast is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah?
He does good fucking interviews. There's a thing.
Smart guy.
Yep.
He's a smart guy, and he has this thing where he kind of. I don't know if it's his past life of like not seeing consequence, but he doesn't have a problem asking a very uncomfortable question. And he doesn't have a problem telling a good story that may be too much. Like he was told a story about him and Pontius sharing a
Steve-O
chick
with
one
Joey
time.
Diaz. He's got Joey Diaz in there.
Yeah, he's great, man. And he's like one of the best two Bears we've ever had is Steve-O.
Really?
Yeah, I showed him my dick.
I showed him my dick.
That made it a good show.
It was a fucking. But Steve-O's like a fucking.
Look at Tony. Oh God. I mean, this whole intro is just
During a
Steve-O with
chick one
Joey
time.
Diaz. He's got Joey Diaz in there.
Yeah, he's great, man. And he's like one of the best two Bears we've ever had is Steve-O.
Really?
Yeah, I showed him my dick.
I showed him my dick. I mean,
Fucking
come
stupid,
on,
bro.
dude.
Is that relevant?
Well, I mean, these.
I mean,
guys,
it's a pretty big story to tell if you show your dick to Steve-O.
But these guys are the top names in podcasting, man.
And that's what we're resorting
And this is
to.
what we're watching. This is what they put out. It's like, I mean, are you kidding?
And
me?
now, ladies and gentlemen, you see why we drink a lot of liquor.
Like fifth grade humor is what you need to become the fucking biggest.
Fuck.
We should
Yeah.
be legends, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Legends.
Yeah, I would say we're at least at like a 7th grade humor.
Yeah,
so I
like,
think we should be doing okay.
We gotta dial it back a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, we just,
All right, so it's a little harder to work Spotify's web player here. I'm gonna jump ahead.
Spotify blows.
I'm gonna skip 2 clips, I'm gonna skip 2 clips and go to 156.40. Let's go all the way up here. 156.40. Boop, 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 boop. Oh man, it's hard to see when you're a couple shots deep. All right, 156.37.
Originally it was supposed to be
15
scripted.
We'll go 15
Kitty
seconds
theater.
back.
It's like it's not
And
a real
this is
script.
just,
and, like you get people acting corny and
title
weird
is
and trying
Comics
to act
Fill
normal
Time.
and saying, you
To
know,
break it down, comics just fill time. And that's really what kind of we covered here tonight is no matter which way you chop it up, that's essentially what's happening here is just comics, quote unquote, filling time.
we padded about 20 minutes of our episode with Brandon Schaub.
Yeah.
God, that was horrible.
it's they're ad-libbing stuff.
It was the best when we did the cabin. Originally it was supposed to be scripted, and then we just ran out of time because we couldn't get anyone to commit to doing the show. So at the last minute, we're like, just fuck it, just make it all comics, and we'll all go to a cabin, and we'll just we've all done enough. It's amazing. Comics have done enough podcasts where they know how to fill time.
They know how to fill
yes.
time.
Validated, bro.
I mean, that literally sums up the entire point that we were making earlier of podcasts. Like, these guys, there's no substance. It's just filling time with
nonsense.
Talking about nonsense and just kind of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, and it really just none of it
doesn't
lands.
matter.
And it doesn't matter. None of it matters. At the end of the day,
They don't care.
It's for
And
this.
they're open about it.
They're open about it because it's for this short
get a
attention
pass.
span, society that we're in now, where it's fleeting, it's quick, it keeps you engaged for an hour or two, and it's on to the
And
next
it's on
thing.
to the next one because these guys in reality they do about
There's no
7
replay value.
podcasts, 7 podcasts a week, 2 a day, and they're just going, giving you the same old recycled bullshit. Occasionally they'll put together a fucking new quote unquote special, but from the looks of Brendan Schaub's special, I mean, if that's what the bar is, starting at, it can't. I mean, I guess it can get much better than that, but you know what I mean.
Should.
It doesn't get much better than that.
He
is
wants
my
a
point.
career.
it's my point. Is there's maybe 10 legit comics anymore. The rest is saturation.
Like absolutely legit. Yes.
Legit 10
right.
absolutely legit comics.
Could you name all 10?
No. Like not.
Could you name 3, 5?
3 or 5.
Could you name like 3 to 5 of the 10?
All right, so I mean, this is kind of a cop-out answer, but I'd go Dave Chappelle.
Chappelle's on there.
Who are the writers from like South Park? Because I consider that comedy.
Okay.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Yeah, they're up there.
They're not like stand-up though. Well, they do like Broadway shit. Though.
Well, they'd be like how you would. So a comparison
They
would be
are
like
funny.
a comparison would be like if you were to say like Key and Peele or somebody like that.
Key and Peele, or well, Tosh Point is pretty good.
Tosh
too.
is good. I like Tosh. Because
I'm
Tosh pushed the envelope. I mean, I haven't heard him recently, but his older stand-ups, he pushed the envelope.
See, my idea of comedy, man, is not completely edgy, where it's like you're just gonna kind of just saying whatever just to kind of get shock value, but it's the balance of edgy comedy and I guess non-edgy comedy. I mean,
And just having a delivery that works for you.
a delivery, a cadence, and some edginess. That it's enough in there to get the job done, but it's not every fucking thing you're saying. It's just like, what? Oh,
You know who's actually really funny? I don't know if you ever heard her. She's actually from Philly. Eleanor Kerrigan.
No.
She's funny.
She's like dry humor. Yeah.
She's good. I saw her open for Dice in AC. That was pretty cool. But yeah, like I couldn't name a top 5.
It's hard, dude. I would need time to like really make a list. I mean, I'm also like pretty drunk right now.
I would give you my top 5 would be Chappelle would be number 1.
Chappelle, yeah, he's my number
he's
1.
Fucking awesome. I would throw Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh yeah,
up
Sebastian.
there.
Yeah,
He's selling out like arenas right now. He's doing huge numbers.
Fucking huge.
He's a monster. Yeah, for sure.
I have a couple like smaller like.
I mean, would you say Chris Rock's still on the top of his game, or
No, I'd say he might be in the top.
because
10
Chris
to
Rock
12, 10
early
to 12?
late '90s, early 2000s, Chris Rock was like almost his Chappelle level hysterical.
Yeah.
I'll say this though, Bill Burr, he's not on 100% of the time, but when he's on, he can be in the top
I liked
10.
Bill Burr in The Mandalorian.
Bill Burr's good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
I
mean,
thought-
he's done a lot of good work, but he's not 100. He's not consistent.
It was really funny watching. I'm like, okay, I know this is Star Wars, but there's just this obnoxious, loud Irish guy from Boston, running around. It's the fucking Mandalorian.
He's like, oh wait, where's the fucking Death Star? Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen this guy TJ Miller at live, bro. His stand
TJ Miller,
was
yeah,
fucking
TJ Miller's
a
funny.
great live stand up, hilarious,
Yeah?
dude. Yeah, hilarious.
I'd have to come up with a list, man. I might have to report back on that one.
I've seen Jim Brewer. Like he was the last comedian I seen was Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer's pretty good.
He's
yeah,
pretty funny.
for sure.
He is good.
Like I said, I saw him open for Metallica.
You know who gets a lot of
shit.
praise these days? He slays some pussy, but he doesn't really do it for me for comedy at all.
Maybe that's all that matters.
Pete Davidson.
Pete fucking Davidson.
Yeah, I
Yo,
don't think
Pete
he's that
Davidson
funny.
is slinging some dick.
Dude, think about his fucking history, dude.
Dude.
Cassie David, Ariana Grande, Cassie David, Larry David's daughter, Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian. What? Like,
Did you hear that he's leaving SNL?
good. I mean, he's not good at
That-
comedy.
I didn't
at
think
all.
he was funny either.
No.
But that got announced, I think, today.
Good.
That he's leaving SNL.
Good.
Yeah, he's not funny.
I'm glad.
He's another one that does the internet humor.
Yeah, his
But
shtick.
he's also
his
tries to
shtick
play
for
that,
me gets old.
He tries to play the disconnectedness,
Yeah.
and he's like doesn't know.
Emo kid, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's
The
going on
weird-
on the internet, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna look to the internet for validation.
He
sort of
tries
thing.
to play like the weird kid that like has a lot of jokes about everything going on. That,
Yeah.
and it's like you're mocking everybody else for the cringe, but you're the cringe in reality.
Yeah. Right.
All right, where are we at here on clips? All right, so we're still at the 150. So we're just gonna watch Bert say this again, and then
Commit to doing the
Yeah,
show.
well,
So at the last minute, we're
get
like,
ready to
just fuck
smoke
it.
these stogies.
Yeah.
Make it all comics, and we'll all go to a cabin, and we'll just we've all done enough. It's amazing. Comics have done enough podcasts where they know how to fill time.
He was almost
like
gonna say
all
they
you
know
had to
how
say
to,
to someone.
They know how to be
like,
fucking bullshit artists.
yeah. or be fake, or you know what I mean.
What a weird topic to even get into.
This I thought was a very good clip too, but I skipped past it. But looking back on it, we got to cover it. So this is, I believe, Rogan saying that he feels like a fraud.
Rogan feels like a fraud.
This is what we've been telling you about. This is a real one.
I mean, imagine what it has to be like to only do that. The imposter syndrome has to be completely overwhelming. You didn't write anything. Someone else told you how to do that. They bent your motion. Look this way, chin up. Let's do it again. Do it slower. Take a pause between this. Nothing is under your control.
But I don't think they get that. I don't think they get imposter syndrome.
Well, imposter syndrome is the opposite way. Imposter syndrome is like you become like super famous and super wealthy,
like
and
Joe
like,
Rogan.
you're a football player and you don't believe it's real. You're like, they're gonna find me out. Like, this doesn't feel real. Like that happens to a lot. It's happened to me. It happens to a lot of people.
Oh, why doesn't it feel real, Joe?
Do tell, Joe.
Do tell, Joe. Why doesn't it feel real? Why do you feel like you're gonna get sawed out after?
Letting the tiger out of the cage.
Yeah, I mean,
because what are we? At the end of the day, what
they
really?
know. They know.
Yeah, they
You
know.
You smoke enough weed, dude. I mean, it makes you feel uneasy. Yeah, DMT. Joe Rogan, the king.
You see
of
right through.
The doors to my reality.
Yeah.
The veil's been lifted, bro.
He's even got the third eye thing as his
Oh yeah,
fucking-
the third eye.
dude.
Yeah.
Just feel like
They
going
get,
to
they get
smoke
successful
DMT
and they
tonight.
go.
He's the Dr.
I'm
Strange of
fraud. This is fake.
podcasters.
Even though people love you, you go out and kill, and you're like, I feel like an imposter because it's so strange.
I
It's
feel
a
like an
new
imposter.
identity, and that new identity.
Is that his way of saying you can go out and
to-
kill and people still love you
to
because
relate.
you're, entitled, powerful, elitist?
Oh yeah.
Without any fucking semblance of like morality and fucking rules.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oof.
We're gonna go to 225 here. The guys don't look at numbers. We're gonna hear it from their mouths
And I go
to your ears.
So the other day I go, how many of you guys listen to the podcast? And it was, yeah. And I went, oh shit.
Yeah.
It was just like, I thought it was going to be like a small percentage. Like, I never pay attention to numbers. I don't look at the numbers now. I don't, like when my friends do a podcast
I don't look
with
at
me.
numbers now. I mean, did anyone just catch that?
But I signed a $4 million a year deal.
Yeah,
with
you say it's
Spotify.
$100 million.
$100 million. Holy shit.
And I went, oh shit.
Yeah.
It was just like, I thought it was going to be like a small percentage. Like, I never pay attention to numbers.
I never
I
pay
don't look at the
attention.
numbers
Please.
now. I don't, like when my friends.
Well, no, I don't think he does. I honestly don't think he
But
does.
he has no idea.
Well, I think maybe every once in a while, like,
Bro, you know the Spotify people are coming at him about the ratings.
You know,
and
if you're
shit.
Joe
Yeah.
Rogan, you know what kind of reach you have.
So I think so. And guys like Joe Rogan's instance,
He probably
he's
don't check on
He's
it,
on that
but,
level.
yeah.
Every month there's definitely a business meeting, and they either tell him, "Yo, you're doing good, keep it up," or "Yo, let's try to improve some things."
Right.
Change some things. But with Rogan, though, I honestly feel like he's gotten to that level where he feels he doesn't have to check the numbers and have to engage. We just talked about that.
Oh, no,
on the
he
show.
doesn't.
He doesn't engage with the fans or his crowd or his internet following. Or
Well,
likes.
but I feel like he doesn't because he knows the reach.
He's on
that.
that.
He
Well,
has.
he's making all that money, so it doesn't matter whether he does or doesn't. He knows people are going to listen at the end of the day.
Sure.
And whether he engages in comments or acknowledges likes or dislikes, it doesn't matter. He's going to keep doing what he's doing and collecting that check, bro, because at the end of the day, that's all it's about.
Jing, jing, jing.
That's all it's about. So that's Joe Rogan.
What a fraud.
Not looking at clicks. We got two more clips. Joe mad at Tony for bringing weirdos. Actually, that's again this podcast. I mean, nothing really that crazy or even good coming out. They watched the Amber Heard trial, which was for like 6 minutes of their show. It's like I don't want to hear your guys' take on Amber Heard.
Yeah, that got old quick.
Very old.
Because we
bro.
did it too. We were even after our show.
even.
We were like, all right, we're good.
Not even. I
Yeah,
mean,
we're good.
we just caught her snorting coke, and that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
it.
That's a good point.
That's it.
But still, we were just like, we saw that. We're like, yeah, we're good. We're gonna move on to
that,
this.
yeah, we don't have to dwell on it. So 334.40 we're gonna go to, and simply, is Tony gay? I'm gonna let you guys make your own decision here. Is Tony gay?
All right, let's see.
I'm trying to get it here. Oh, the Spotify browser sucks. Here we go.
On here, it's
334,
just
28.
funny. It's just be as funny as you can. And you get people from all walks of life that enter in and put their name in the bucket to do a minute in front of
Talking about Tony's
celebrity
podcast.
comics,
Kill Tony.
in front of an awesome band, and an amazing live crowd that is like diehards that go to it as much as they can.
Yeah, it's so much
fucking
fun.
Great show.
Yeah, it's a blast.
We did it last time I was in town, and I do not remember it.
I know. I remember I pulled your cock out.
Yeah, you got pants for a second.
What?
I pulled your cock out. You got pants, right? So Joe pulled down Bert's pants. I'll slow it up.
And
So watch what Tony does. Listen to what
the
Tony does.
skibbies fell off too.
Amazing
Listen
live
to Tony.
crowd that
Listen
is
to
like
Tony.
diehards that go to it as much as they can.
Yeah, it's so much
fucking
fun.
Great show.
Yeah, it's a blast.
We did it last time I was in town, and I do not remember it.
I know. I remember I pulled your cock out.
Yeah, you got pants for a second. It was epic.
It is epic. Oh my God.
Wow.
Is Tony gay?
Sound the alarm. Again, it's 2022. Do your thing, bro. But
he tries to pride himself that he's some straight guy, buff. You know what I mean?
You
Not
don't-
buff, but just like heterosexual male. It's like, dude, you're far from it, bro.
yeah, no, that was definitely not a.
Definitely a little fruity.
And this is twice now on the podcast where Bert has had instances of his dick whipping out. Guys, I don't
That's
know about
two?
you.
Actually,
I don't know
Joe
about you.
brought that one up.
Joe brought that up, but
Yeah,
Bert,
but
it was
Bert
Bert's
said it
dick.
several times.
It was
Yeah,
Bert's dick.
for sure.
Have we had anybody pull their dick out?
Have
on
I
this
ever
show?
seen your guys' dick?
No.
It's
No,
like-
I don't think you have.
But it's like, why would I want to? You know what I mean?
No, right. And why would
Like,
I
no
want to show?
offense.
No.
No
Why?
offense.
But why would I want to show it to you? Like,
Yeah,
what do I
you
have
know-
to gain from? Because what do I have to get? Because obviously, on a sexuality level, we're both heterosexual males. We're not getting anything out of that if I show you my cock.
No.
And two, God forbid, what if you do see my cock and then you look and you're like, and then I know in my head, not even taking this in a gay way, but you're like, my man's missing a few inches there.
Yeah.
My man's got a micro penis.
Oh, well, if I say that, well then, fuck. But I'm
gonna.
Like,
no
homie,
matter-
we gotta get you an extend.
Like no matter what, it's a lose lose. It's a lose lose because you're not getting anything out of it sexually.
No, well,
and you know your buddy's judging you if
either way.
You know the facial expression.
Double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword.
Facts, bro.
It's at the end of the day, man, I'm not in a hurry or in all the years that I've known. Mark,
Listen, we're
2
friends.
now,
We're good friends.
I've known Clem.
I
now
love you guys.
Long ass
better
time.
part of 20 years, and it's like I've never found the urge to just go up and probably you too with your best friend. It's like go up and pants somebody to see their dick. And they're gonna hide behind the excuse.
I've had one friend.
But they're gonna hide behind the excuse real fast. And then
Yeah,
we'll
go
get to
ahead.
your friend. But they're gonna hide behind the excuse that they're quote unquote comedians and it's funny and it's a gag and it's a joke.
And it's like how
there's no rules.
doing it once.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
that's enough.
Right. You do this.
That's
when you're
pushing the envelope.
If you don't do this at all, but if you're going to do this, if you're 17, 18 and you're drunk and it's like things you're tripping on fucking salvia, then maybe. But
Dude, I had
so
one
you got a
friend in like middle. So this goes back to like middle school, like would do that to people, and one day for some reason decided to do that himself.
Oh God!
And we're just playing Xbox, and we see this dude and it's like, your first reaction is like, why?
Yeah. Why? Right. Yeah. Right.
Not even like. You haven't processed that you're
I got
looking at
hairy
another
legs.
man just like completely naked, just like helicoptering his dick in front of you. It's like, why?
Right.
And we look, dude. This kid, I have not seen this kid since middle school. I'll tell you that right now, because it's just like, what does that say about you as a person?
Right. Right.
Like, why?
Why?
You're like a grown-up baby.
Pretty much.
Like he just thought it would be funny to do that, and we're just playing Halo on Xbox.
it's weird as
like,
fuck.
It's weird.
Well, what's the point? What's the,
Not even in a gay way. It's just weird. It's
Ask
just
your-
there's no reason.
Like it's one thing if
there's
you're
a
like,
reason. Sorry, good.
no, you're good. It's one thing if you're all fucked up and like you don't know what you're doing and you
That's
come
what
out
I'm
of
saying.
stumble out of a bed like
Fine,
and then
yeah.
when you're in a complete
Or you
sober
get
state of
pants and
mind,
sometimes your
yeah, that's
underwear
not in
falls
your
down by
control.
accident or something.
Yeah, so that's different. But it's like, why are you gonna willingly sober at school?
What's the motive?
You said
What's
yeah.
No. We were home.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
that's
we
even
were
weirder.
So
at
it was
school,
like,
at least at school, it's like you're looking for attention.
so around the block, we'd all hang out, and we're all around the same age, and we were playing. One day we met at our friend's house, we're playing Xbox, playing Halo, and the kid disappeared. He has like this, like his parents have like a sunroom in their house with like a little mini bar here and like a TV and couches to play games, and he disappeared for a while, and he just jumps out.
There's my dick.
And I was just like, for why?
Why?
Yeah, weird.
What's the point?
Ain't no Tony
I don't want
Hinchcliffe, kid.
like I don't want to see it, obviously, but it's also like,
well, there's a motive involved, and it's like you got to ask yourself, what is that motive? There's a deep-rooted issue, possibly going on, or it's just maybe just not thinking. How old were you guys?
We had to be like. It was middle school, so we had to be like 12, 13, 14.
So again, that's you're young still, and this is still not completely off the hook. But you have more of an excuse and leeway because you're young, your hormones are going, you don't know what's happening, and you could just get fucking crazy one moment of your childhood life,
and you just
go for it, even though it's still weird.
Yes,
but I could see why. Now when you're Burt Kreischer and Joe Rogan's age in their 50s,
right?
What are we doing?
Right, so that's kind of what I was getting at. It was like, that was weird.
Right.
In middle school, in like the, early to mid 2000s. What are these guys doing in their 50s in 2022 where, like, we have all these people getting canceled for this kind of shit, and they're just, like, having fun with it. It's a joke. Oh, exactly.
So, your dick is out at the wrong time.
So,
at
guys,
the wrong place in front of the wrong people.
If you're listening, if you're listening, don't ever pull out your dick. Just piss yourself. Just keep your dick away forever.
Until someone asks you to whip it out. If it's
shower in a bathing suit.
If it's good cause, whip it out. But just not random. If it's random, don't do it.
Yeah, please, no random dick swinging.
But so that's really the second side of this. What I wanted to get to and what's in my notes here. Tony Gay ? I want to get your guys' thoughts right after this clip. Watch it again. Watch it for what it's worth. Listen to what he says. Soak it in. And then you make that decision. Look at his mannerisms and everything that goes along with it.
His pants were already falling off. And I was drunk. And I was like, what is this?
It's a blast.
We did it last time I was in town. And I do not remember it.
I know. I remember I pulled your cock out.
Yeah, you got pants for a second. It was epic.
It was epic.
That's the fruitiest thing I've ever seen.
Gay or not gay?
Gay!
Mario?
That's gay.
It's pretty gay,
That's pretty
right?
gay.
Yeah, Tony, we got some questions, Tony. We might start looking into you and peeling back the layer of the onion. Listen, if you're gay, that's fine. Just don't act.
It's all good.
He's gonna get a whole episode now.
The whole episode. Just
Please,
don't act.
Don't cancel us. It's all good.
Don't-
We're all.
Just don't act like a straight man. Just come out, bro. A lot of people have already been making this claim anyway. This isn't an original thought. So before you get all too excited here, so yeah, Tony, just act like yourself, man, and we wouldn't really give a shit. But you want to put on this front, and we're gonna look into you with a fine tooth comb
With your yellow cord.
All right, let's just finish out this clip, and we'll call it a night, fellas.
Let's go.
The worst part of the evening.
His pants were already falling off, and I was drunk, and I was like, what is this? Like, half his ass was on. I'm like, if I just did this, and I just reached over and right down to the knees.
That was great. It
was a fun time.
Fun time.
I love you guys.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So it's gonna...
Oh, hey, that was a Brendan Schaub type ending.
That was,
there.
yeah, man. His dick was out. It was fucking fun time.
Fun
but,
time.
I love you guys.
Boom, my cock
Yeah.
out. All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Jeez,
I can't believe these are the elite podcasters,
Right.
like of our fucking generation.
right,
That's
right,
crazy.
right.
We as a show have hit rock bottom.
We got hope though.
We just did
do.
though,
Yeah.
but we've just done almost a half-hour segment about people pulling their cocks out.
Yeah.
Then here we are.
Here we are.
And we'll probably get the most views we ever got.
I hope so, dude. That's,
Hey, man,
you know.
at this point, we're just gonna sell out too. Fuck
Well,
it.
no. It's not
Here,
even about selling
here's
out.
my dick and balls. Put me on Joe Rogan.
It's not about selling out. It's not about selling out. Hold on. I want to make this point. I want to make this point. It's not about selling out. It's about getting as many eyes on these people as we can. You know what I mean? The views will come and the likes will come when people want to actually accept the fact that
No, that's a good point.
their favorite podcasters are nothing more than just average human
Losers.
beings
We're exposing
and losers.
what people don't
Exactly.
see. They see what's right in front of them, and they're not looking past it.
Exactly, dude.
You have to kind of look through it and see what it is for what it really is.
What it's worth.
No, that's a great point. That's a really great point. All jokes aside,
Yeah.
that is what we're doing here. I know we like to joke around, but
Sure.
that is the name of the game. Is like there's no substance to any of this
Nothing.
shit, and people just gobble it up
Exactly.
every fucking week.
Every word, every second, every minute, every week. And, these comedians, they don't care. They don't care, whether or not you come back or not. They don't build a rapport with their audience. All they care about is the coin. And, sorry, there it is.
That applies too.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, man. But, we'll be here. We'll be back at it. And we'll be looking into these guys' lives, on a daily basis. Because guarantee it, this isn't going to be the last time that something crazy comes up. Like the Gringo Papi, man.
Oh,
You know
no.
what I mean?
It'll be a weekly fucking thing.
I think we need a Clem's Corner special.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Real quick, let's go around the room. What you guys learned, starting with Clem? What you learned this tonight?
My God, dude, that our podcast fucking generation is a bunch of frauds and losers, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. And even Joe Rogan can't make Bert Kreischer look like a fucking decent comedian on a podcast,
Right,
bro.
right,
He
right.
can't even save him. Papa Rogan.
Papa Rogan. Mario, what you learned?
I've learned that now I have the podcast side down. I think I'm going to start being a comic.
There
I think
you go.
I'm going to go for it.
There you go.
No, but all jokes aside, I feel like I've learned that we have a lot more substance to our show than a lot of these other people. And not to toot our own horn, but it's like, man, like I usually with the clips, it's fun poking fun. And with, the Gringo Papi thing, we were all kind of looking forward to poking fun. But it was just like, there's nothing to hear, man. I have nothing to work with.
No.
And it just really made me realize, like, I am appreciative of the fact that we have some really fun and, like, engaging conversations on this show.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been doing
Same.
about a fraction of the time, man. Brendan Shaw's been doing, I believe, The Fighter and the Kid for about 10 years. Close to it
Man.
anyway. And we've been doing the show for 2. So it's a testament, to what we do. And, we'll keep doing it, man, until... until whenever, man. So the goal is to really upgrade the studio into a whole nother fucking facet, and we'll keep doing it from there too. But yeah, man. I guess what I learned, man, is I don't know, man. Just everyone's out to get Brendan Schaub, but he's well deserving of it, man.
He's welcoming it for sure.
He's welcoming it, and he doesn't do anything to help his case, So. Yeah, man. It'll be interesting moving forward to, I guess, see where Chris DiStefano goes. If he'll be on Rogan on Monday.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on over the weekend, see if there's any developments with that.
If Brendan Schaub, if he rebounds, if he goes on Trash Tuesday, and we'll keep our eyes peeled on that, and
we'll keep our eyes peeled on our regular. I know we didn't get to do the impulsive stuff tonight.
Dude, Impulsive was great too.
But we'll check back in with them eventually too. So. We'll keep an eye on our regular, reoccurring customers.
Our reoccurring guests, so to speak.
You got to stay up on them.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Speaking of guests, I would like to get some guests back on here eventually, too.
Next week, actually, so for the first, I believe, either for the first or the last half hour of this show, we are going to be having a special guest on the show for a half hour through Skype, via Skype.
Sweet.
So our first guest in a while. Yeah. Other than that, man, we'll be live May 28th at...
Jimmy's in Kearney. Yeah, that is our postponed date from a few weeks ago. Yes, we will be back there to kick off Memorial Day weekend.
And guys, June 10th, be on the lookout on all music streaming platforms. Just be on the lookout. That's all I really got to say for that.
And then actually, even before that, on the 2nd, we will be also on a podcast. We will be guesting on a podcast.
That's true. What do we got?
Do we have the actual name of the show?
Yes, Jimmy Loftus, I believe, or something.
Yes,
else,
that's it.
Right.
Well, yeah, we'll be on their show.
Johnny Knollwoods.
We'll be on. No, that's the show at Jimmy's.
Oh, the podcast.
We're talking about. We're doing
Jamie Stoffa.
Jamie Stoffa. We'll be on Jamie Stoffa's podcast. That's June 2nd. So we'll probably be promoting what John was mentioning on the 10th.
Yeah.
We'll be promoting that starting that week. So you'll probably hear couple little tidbits of that on there. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. We haven't guested on the show in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Fuck yeah.
Should be fun. I like collaborating with other podcasts. It's always a good time because there's a lot of good ones around here, and it's really been
Yeah, that's a Thursday, and then we have this show on a Friday. So, yeah, guys, busy couple months for us, but yeah, we'll be back at it in saddle next week. No TikTok clips this past week. We had a crazy week, but they will be back. Throughout TikTok all next week, and
could lump it
what
into
happened
one
with the
show?
live today? What happened with the TikTok?
We had it going, and then it lagged me out.
Lagged you out.
So I didn't do it. When you do another one, it doesn't work.
It fucks.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good hour and a half though.
that's solid. That's most of the show at least.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, guys. This has been definitely a great show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Hold on, I gotta find the In the Paint fucking music here. I always forget to load it up on my soundboard, but I believe it's right here.
We're gonna go get ready to go smoke these Tatiana chocolates.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
For myself, John.
Mario.
Alex.
Peace. Happy Friday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. We will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the weekend, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.